Also, no, it's not.
Huh?
It's alright.
Oh my God, it's R&B.
Welcome to another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. My name is Chase Dark Sage. Today I'm your host, here with my co-host.
T.
And we're here with another episode of Hip Hop Goodness with us talking about some of the Common album that's coming out soon, later on. That's the only piece of news we got.
Yeah.
Some of the discographies I've been listening to this week. The new albums that came out with Lucki, Anderson .Paak, and Knowledge with NxWorries. And Don Toliver, HARDSTONE Psycho. And a hot take that I have about sampling. But before we get into that, how have you been?
I've been good, but I'm not that good. You know what I'm saying? You know when you go to the old dealership, you know you're gonna have to spend some bucks. So.
Oh, yeah, they said, with or without lube?
Yeah, I'm like, bro, y'all see them temporary plates?
Like, after all that.
Yeah, like, oh, bro just got it?
Look,
maybe he got the money, huh?
Look, the service guy see you pulled in. You know you done effed up, right?
you know you done effed up, for real, bro. Hey, man. But how you been, B?
I've been all right, man. My Mini just came in. I'm waiting on an artist to get done with my stuff. You know, I'm just tired of working with these artists because once I start getting in the Fist of the North Star, I'm going to be good for a while. But for now, I got to depend on this one artist. I got my faith in him right now, so hopefully he does me right. After that, this whole project era saga that I have going on will be over.
So you about to start reading it?
Fist of the North Star?
Yeah.
All the way through, yeah. Which is why, but also I've been selling my manga too, which is why you see some of the stuff now front facing, because I've been getting rid of a good amount because I'm thinking about moving. Well, I'm thinking about the move because I am going to move.
Right.
I'm thinking about the move.
So
I don't want to lug all that stuff.
Are you gonna get movers again this year?
I want to, but it might not be in the budget.
Yeah.
But
hey, let me know if you need help, B. Just let me know.
All right, but besides all that. What have you been jamming since the last podcast episode?
Oh, man. So, you heard of Nippa?
Spell it.
Nippa?
No.
He's a UK R&B singer. He has a song with Larry June that came out recently, but he put out an EP as well this weekend. Mm-hmm. But I heard about him like last year. He had like a song called Reverse. It was pretty cool, and I was like, I'm gonna check him out. But he put out an EP, 10 minutes long, like 5 tracks, really quick, to the point. I have nothing bad to say about it. It's pretty good. He's a part of this hood R&B thing that people saying, but he's not. To me, he's not a hood dude. He just got braids. He's light skinned, and his guys in the back of him look tough. But I'm like,
4 backs?
Yeah, I'm like they're from the UK, so like, not saying y'all not tough because y'all stab them up. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, but but like one thing about him, like nothing really stands out about him as a singer, but. He's okay. He's you know when a lot of people from over there when they sing, they still sound like American to me.
Yeah, I always thought that because Ella Mai to me is like the biggest one out of all of them. Yeah. I'm just like I would have thought you was from America.
Yeah, and I like she spent time in America as well. Mm-hmm. But like with Nippa, he's cool. He has one line, and I'm like, he was like you my honey sweet tea, my sweet honey iced tea, and I'm like, I thought y'all don't like iced tea over there. I thought y'all like all y'all tea hot. So I'm like. I guess that's a little bit of the American culture coming out, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But anyways, like overall, out of the 5 tracks, it's cool. You know, I wasn't disappointed when I listened to it. It's nothing. I don't want to get my 10 minutes back because I listened to it. It's 10 minutes. It's so short. I listened to it like 3 to 4 times. Like it's quick, just like that. So if y'all want to check it out, Nippa, he's not like huge right now. Like he's up and coming. Good song with Larry June. It's pretty dope. Larry had a little cool verse. I think they actually shot a video to it as well. So check it out, Nippa. And the EP is called In the Streets. Like industry, but in the streets.
No, I get it. That's what I'm just like. I think, was that a good one? I'm like, nah, not really hitting for me.
Hey, yo, check him out. Nippa. His name's trash. That's what that name is trash.
Sound like nipple.
Yeah.
But yeah. I guess the first project I have, because I do have 2 discographies to get into in this episode, but first project I listened to was Life of a Don by Don Toliver. To me, this is his best project that he has out. And, I wanted to listen to this to get a notion or, get a feel again for Don Toliver and see like, am I going to be really hyped for HARDSTONE Psycho? Because I have been enjoying the singles for it. But I was like, let me listen to this one more time and see if maybe that album could beat this one. And I was just like, I don't think he's going to make an album better than Life of a Don. I'm sorry. Life of a Don is just so good, so smooth. And to me, it has a bit more identity for him as an artist than HARDSTONE Psycho does. We're going to talk about HARDSTONE Psycho later, but overall, I really do enjoy Life of a Don. The first, 10 tracks, I think, up to the track where he gets with Kali Uchis, perfection. It's
I
just perfection.
I never even heard that album.
The Life of a Don.
Told you I haven't heard a Don. Like I knew some songs off a few of the albums, but all I knew is Donnie Womack or whatever.
And see, I kind of think you needed the growth. Well, not the growth, but the transformation of who Don Toliver is, because from Donnie Womack to I think Heaven or Hell, then it's Life of a Don, then Lovesick. That's his last album before HARDSTONE Psycho. I did not love Lovesick.
That's the one with the heart on the cover?
Yeah, I think so. He's like in a diner or whatever.
Yeah.
I hated that album. I hated it. He's like, oh, this is supposed to be like futuristic R&B. Yeah, no. Let's leave that in the past. And he obviously did, because he didn't try to do that sound again. Yeah. So yeah, Life of a Don, I think it's Don Toliver's best album still to date. But like I said, we'll talk about HARDSTONE Psycho later. What's your next project you've been listening to? My next
project, what have I been listening to? I'm trying to go off the dome, but I'm going to have to look at this this Spotify. Okay, I listened to like some stuff that, that it's older albums. I don't know, I got in a Babyface Ray mood, bro. So I jammed Summer's Mind. This is LP that came out last year.
That's one that sounds like V's, right?
You mean V's sound like it? What do you mean?
I don't know who was out first. On, man, I listen to way more V's than I do Babyface.
Yeah, but V's is like, he's more nonchalant, but Babyface is nonchalant as well. But I feel like Babyface, you can hear him clearer than like V's. Sometimes V's just mumbling.
True.
Yeah.
But also, Babyface Ray was on that song with Brent Faiyaz off the Larger Than Life EP.
I'm pretty sure he was
the one with the sample. Damn, I forgot the name. I belong to you. Yeah. That song, yeah. Because I was like, he sound like V's.
V's sound like Babyface. Anyway, that's his little homie. Mm-hmm. But Babyface Ray, he's dope, bro. Like, I don't know. I just went back. I listened to his first. I listened to his EP. I mean his mixtape, and then I went to Summer's Mind, the album he put out last year. Like, bro, really good flows, dope witty bars, just funny stuff. And then like with Babyface, like he talk like gangster stuff, but he don't in a way. Like, I don't know. It's in a way like he'll say something, but he's like, I don't believe you. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like, I know he's around those type of dudes, and it's not the type of, you know how Detroit rap is, bro. Like, they funny.
He's from Detroit?
Yeah, he's in Detroit.
Okay, that makes sense why him and V something the same.
Yeah, so like he had V's has a dope verse on that. Dang, what's that one song called? But no, anyways, but Some of Mine, it's like one of them albums that nobody really talked about last year like that. And like going back, it's like really good tracks, man.
Is he a mainstream artist?
Some Babyface.
Does he have a hit?
Like not like a hit that been on the radio like that, but he has internet hits, like viral hits, like V's have viral hits, you know what I'm saying, but not like radio hits. They kind of in the same like bracket, because I feel like a lot of them, they don't really have the identity to like, a few of them stand out, because I feel like they all have like that same flow that make you laugh. And with Summer's Mind, it has some cool little like, upbeat tracks, not upbeat, as upbeat a Detroit rapper can get. And he has this one track on there. It was just like, I Can't Rap Forever. He's like mumbling. It's just so fire. It's like at that effect when you get in the car and you just like, yo, I'm hard. Even though it's like he just talking about like I gotta do this. I can't rap forever. And the beat just so the beat just so fire to me, bro. It just put me in that mood. And I-75 is another track that's just one of my standout tracks on there. It's a feeling. Be like, I don't know, Detroit rappers put you in a feeling. Even the Flint, I'm gonna shout out y'all too. They put you in like a feel, like being like cool as well, even though it's funny at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So, Summer's Mind by Babyface Ray. If y'all not Babyface Ray fans, check him out. He's cool, bro. He's been around for a minute now, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had a real buzz, like kind of big buzz in like 2020. I want to say, but Babyface Ray, bro. Summer's Mind.
All right. Next project I listened to, and I did not know this came out, and I was looking forward to it because this guy was a sensational viral hit on TikTok. He's been making his rounds on all these little collaborations and all these little things or whatever. And I listened to JP's Coming Out Party mixtape or project, whatever it is. You know who JP is? You ever told the chick I got cheese? Yeah, so I listened to his.
He put out a mixtape?
Yeah, so album or whatever. He has projects before, but because of all the virality and the success that he's had with Bad Bitty, he's been trying to come out with newer songs to kind of like pop like that. But also, he came out with a project. He's like I said, he's been making his rounds. And so I listened to the project because he has a lot of hype behind him. Because he did his Genius interview, and people were like, "Oh, he can actually sing," because there was one video of him just walking on the street and he was singing. Yeah, and then he was on his Genius interview and he was really like talking about how he was a Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, he was talking on the Genius interview, and, you know, everybody's like, oh, he's a musical genius. He's going to be up next. Because he was talking about how...
Yeah, how sounds and stuff and notes afflicts the body. Yeah, that's
true. And I listened to the album. It doesn't reflect that. But
no, he don't, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of people say, oh, yeah, he's a musical genius. I think y'all put way too much on him way too early. Yeah. Because, yeah, he could be a musical genius, but not everybody that's made a hit song is a musical genius. Yeah. Especially beforehand. I'm pretty sure 50 Cent was not a musical genius when he made In the Club. Yeah. So...
Yeah, well, like with JP, I know, like, I watched the interview of him. Like, he just want to know, like, he's making that Milwaukee sound music. He's still in college, really, like 20. He's so young. Like, yeah, he has, like, knowledge, because I think he said he used to sing in the church. But I don't think he's going to, I don't think this is the point of his life. Major. Yeah. He's not trying to be like this musical genius that people want just because they hear him hit some notes and talk about how notes affect people. Yeah, he's want to make songs that make people move. And they mix poorly, you know.
That, and like I said, I heard the project because I wanted to give it a try because I just wanted to see where he. I honestly thought he was gonna stay in the range of Bad Bitty the whole album, and I would have enjoyed that. But you know, at the beginning of the album, I'm just like, and the first song was mixed horribly.
Yeah,
it was mixed horribly.
He go home and record them himself on his laptop.
Oh, it sounds like it, that first track. The second track, I was like, all right, it's cool. But then once you get to the middle of the actual, it's not a long project. The project's like maybe 20, 30 something minutes. Yeah. And, you know, when you get to the middle, I'm like, all right, this is more of an upbeat vibe that I kind of wanted. I wish there was more songs akin to Bad Bitty, which I was assuming was going to happen because I'm like, dang, I know he can't recreate it, but you didn't even try to, like, re-emulate that. And there's some songs that kind of try to teeter towards that, but it never, like, hits that right there. So
that's magic.
Yeah. And so I feel like he should have started the album off, like, track-wise with Bad Bitty, and every song after Bad Bitty should have just been the rest of the project.
Did he have that one song he had that came out last year? He like, put that pretty on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so.
That was that was the first song I heard from him. Video? Yeah. On me.
Yeah, so he had that song. I was like, But then he has one song that has like the Slizzy song, the Cash Cobain like production. I'm like, oh, Cash Cobain collabed with him. Then I saw the production. I'm like, I'm like, this ain't real Slizzy. Yeah. But I'm like, okay, it's kind of grooving at least a bit. Yeah. Then he has another song that I think he did a cover of. I forgot the country song, and it's a big one because I know it. And so he tried to do that. I'm just like, no, that's not hitting. And then I heard another track, like I said, the Slizzy one. I'm like, all right. I think he did an On the Radar freestyle. Yeah. I mean, not freestyle, a premiere of it. He did 2 songs. Horrible.
He had like violins in the bag and all.
He had 2 songs. Okay. So he had one song, and then there was another song. It was one of them songs. The one with the Slizzy B is the one I liked. The one with the little like, I liked that one. I didn't like the other one, though. The other one, I'm just like, this one kind of feels like it's reaching. Yeah. And also, the album cover is kind of ugly. Yeah, it's very ugly.
Like with him, like especially like his marketing and like him rapping off like freaking backyard, what it's called, backyardigans. Them little like he raps off cartoon beats and stuff. They sample. So? That's what he be doing. He actually sample them. He like you go to his YouTube channel, you see him like sampling all these like cartoon theme songs, and that's what he rap off of. Like I don't take him seriously. Like I feel like he has a lot of growth to do, especially musically, but. Yeah, I just know how he is, like especially with that. You saw the stuff with him in his past. Yeah,
like, so I was following him at that time, right before that stuff popped off, and I honestly thought it was just gonna kick, like put a real wrench in his momentum. No, he doesn't care, but people that were supporting him, I thought that would matter. Him being seen with a white girl put more a wrench in his momentum than that bi thing did, which is crazy to me. I was like, yo, black people, y'all gotta stop. Oh, he's bi? Oh, okay. White girl? Oh, can't support him. It's like, he's suddenly very unattractive. I'm like, what the F? I'm like, all right, dog. Y'all got it. But yeah, JP, I do want to see where he goes from here because I like to give these artists a chance and try to see where they're at and kind of see where they could go. But I wasn't expecting too much with this, and I didn't get too much, but there is like 1 or 2 tracks from here that I was like, okay, I enjoy.
How many tracks are on, like 9 or 10?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe less. But I mean, it was a very short project. A lot of the songs feel very bare bone, very skeleton at points. And he feels like he tries to do too much. Yeah. But also not enough. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, JP, I'm trying to see where you're going with this. Yeah. I did want to check it out. I also don't like the fact that it's called Coming Out Party. There's so many meanings behind that, especially with him. Yeah. And it is Pride Month.
Oh, my God. What you want to do, little baby. You want to get down, All right, so another thing, I don't know if I talked about this, but this is an album I've been listening to, like, a lot. I've been listening to it since it came out. But Absolutely by Dajon. I don't know if I probably talked about him as the
It
artist.
sounds familiar.
But yeah, but he does R&B, but he put out this YouTube video of like him like recording his album, like actually performing his album like with friends and stuff like that, like at an Airbnb or somewhere in LA. Like he was on set. They weren't even at Airbnb, I'm bugging. It was like on set or something. But anyways, this album, this R&B album, it's amazing, bro. Like this dude vocally he's really good. And then like how they performed it is like live. So you really feel the instrumentation, you feel the emotions and everything. And like he has like some songs on here that's like got really good hooks. And you can just tell like this guy right here who whenever he made this, he was in some pain from some of the women or whoever he into. I don't know. But
it's R&B?
Yeah, it's R&B. You know, little like indie R&B-ish, you know what I'm saying? He got like some upbeat, like I wouldn't say not poppy, but it's not pop. But it's like
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. It's not pop, but it like
Is it not pop because it's not popular?
Nah. But I don't know, I can't explain it. But you should check him out. I think you probably like a few tracks on there. I don't know if it'll be your style, but I think there's some tracks on there. Well, his name or the album?
The name.
His name is Dijon.
Oh,
I think you said
Dijon.
Yeah, Dijon. Yeah. But his album is called Absolutely, and it came out in 2021. I'm like really anticipating another project from him because I've been listening to him probably like since like 2015 because he used to have like a group he was with, a producer, and they used to put out stuff on SoundCloud. So I've been following him for a while, and then like he popped up out of nowhere just dropping like Lucy's just under his name and not with his producer. So yeah, man, he's really dope. Check him out, Dijon. Absolutely. I'm pretty sure y'all seen that music video that he put out. I'm just saying, like, that video is like, it's one of those videos that's like, hey, yo, let me show my girl this. She's gonna think I'm cool.
All right, and last album before I get into my discography dives, Skywater, hashtag GG. This is
That's the one I said I was gonna listen to. Yeah, I didn't listen to it.
Yeah, I know. I already know. Because I listened to it once, I'm like, yeah, let me not bring this one back up to conversation.
Yeah, it was bad me.
It's just, and I want to preface this right now. This doesn't have to do with his gender. This doesn't have to do with his sexuality, because he is non-binary or whatever.
Is that the guy from the UK?
I don't know where he's from, but I heard one of his
like
songs.
a Rap Radar?
I don't know. I don't watch Rap Radar enough to say that. But he's a guy that he had a really viral song that girls were making TikToks to, and then we can talk it up.
And what's his name?
Can't we? Skywater, SKAI, and then water, like like a drink of water altogether, right? And so I listened to that song. I listened to the remix with Uzi, and I enjoyed both of those songs. But I guess I just didn't know what to expect with this project, hashtag GG, and to me the sound is all over the place. Feels very disjointed.
Yeah, this guy.
I'll say that this is definitely. He's from the UK.
I believe so.
This is definitely younger people music, so it's gonna be hard for me to judge. But also, just as a body of work, this doesn't do anything for me. I know a lot of women.
I don't know.
I know a lot of women were like, tweeting saying,
yeah.
Did he just say some? I got a pretty P word. I'm just like, I'm glad I couldn't hear that.
He's like Young Thug on like steroids. You know how Young Thug was super sus?
Yeah,
I think he's like, I'm sus,
but he's not binary. So he doesn't really follow.
Yeah, I know he's still sus.
By those standards.
He's sus.
I don't think they have that. Can you have that?
To us,
for us, yes. I meant for him. Okay. Yeah. No, Young Thug should know that what he was doing was sus. I don't care what that was. You have a whole girlfriend. You were sus. Calling people bae and everything. No. But yeah, Skywater. Like I said, this doesn't have to do with his sexuality because I really don't care about that. Fact. Especially as I get older. I just find myself detaching more from these artists in terms of like me being interested in
what they do.
Not their personal life, but like what they do outside the music. And I'm just like, like some people I'm interested in like in the process of how they made the music. But him, like I said, this is like young people music. And to me it's more akin to like a Tana. Yeah. Who I really enjoy. I don't know why I really enjoy him. Yep.
Baby Santana.
I really enjoy his music. But I don't know why. Skywater, I guess maybe the production. He had a little Nas X feature on here. I couldn't tell who was who on that song. But yeah, this sound was all over the place on this album. It was barely audible to me. And at some points, I just started tuning it out. And that's why I was like, I'm not going to bring this up again to see if you was going to listen to it. I'm not gonna listen so I was like, this project, I might have to give it another listen or two. It could have been like a funk I was in that day when I listened to it. But like I said, I just started tuning the album out. And it was just background music. And I'm like, what the F am I listening to right now? And I'm just like, I can't wait for this to be over. And it's like only 20 or 30 minutes, but It's not, like I said, I don't think it's bad. Like, a lot of young people will like the sounds that come from this.
Yeah.
But for me, this just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I'm just an old man now. I'm on. So, that was my last album before I get into my deep dive.
All right,
so
I got two more albums. The next album I listened to this a few weeks ago, like when it came out, but I re-listened to it last week. Serengeti. No, his name's Serengeti.
Oh.
The album is called. Wow, I just freaking missed the album. The album is called KDIV. Kadiv or Kadai. I don't know.
KDIV could be like something 4.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Is that the fourth one? Is that a 4th installment in his series?
Bro, I don't know. I know who Serengeti is, but I don't listen to him. This is the first album I ever listened to by him. So I don't know the lore. Let me see. I don't see no KD2 or nothing like that. Kenny Dennis. Oh, I guess so. Kenny Dennis 4. Because look, he has a Kenny Dennis 3. So yeah, that's probably 4. Yeah. Dang, I feel stupid now. I should have done that. That's numeral.
But if you don't do discography dives like that, so.
I do.
No, I'm saying like that for like this type of thing weekly. So.
Yeah, I don't. No.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, I've been knowing who he was for years. I just never checked out his music. Till a guy.
Rap or R&B or like.
He's rap. He's rap.
Okay.
So, but he's like off kilter, like underground, like ish.
My
I think
Tommy?
he's not like that. He's more like a open mic Eagle type of rap. I think he's actually from the Chicago area. I could be wrong about that as well. But I think he has a Middle Eastern background. But with this album, I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's a little funky production. Like production's good, but his rhyme patterns are different because he could say like dot 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 dot, like it goes different places, and I know it's not probably for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't recommend this to like you. If you probably wouldn't like it. But he has some really good songs on here, and sometimes he can rap like A B C D E F G, but it's intentional. You know, so it's like he starts off a song like "You never ate the jar nar, you never ate the jar nar, you never did da 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 jar nar, jar nar," and it's like,
does it sound good?
To me, it threw me off the first time I heard it, but like after a while, I got kind of used to it. But it's not like unlistenable. I think it takes a certain ear to like this type of music because it is kind of like
it's an acquired taste.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste. It's not like avant-garde or nothing like that. But
I don't know what that means. But
yeah, it's just abstract, I guess. But like, I don't know if y'all want to check out some like indie rap music. Serengeti is pretty cool. Like, it's not nothing I'm like finna. Album of the year, like it was cool. Listen, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't bad. He kind of tells a story. I see, like I need to know the lore because he has like skits, and the skits is like I think told from a perspective of one of his homies, and his friend is just like, yeah, I have to do this Netflix show, and then so and so was getting the area. He told me to come to Minnesota. I went to Minnesota. Da da da. So it's like a story told, and I don't know. I'm like thrown into this story. So maybe I might have to do a deep dive one day into his discography. It looks a little like overwhelming. Like he has a lot of projects because he's been putting out music since like I've been hearing about this dude since like I graduated high school around like 2012ish. Like I know who he was, but I never listened to none of his stuff. But Serengeti, Kenny Dennis 4. Now I know it. I said Kid. I feel like an idiot. Yeah, check it out.
I forgot I do have one more project. So, this weekend I got 2 vinyls in. Schoolboy Q's Oxymoron and Project Pat's Laying the Smackdown.
Yeah, the one out,
Yeah. So I had to get that. And so, I re-listened to the album because to me, Project Pat has a nice 3-album run from Getty Green, Mr. Don't Play, and Laying the Smackdown with that iconic 3-6 Mafia sound and Memphis dark sound that they was doing back then. And so to me, it's the weaker of the 3 projects of that run. But I still do really enjoy it because it does have some great standouts. Like from the actual first track, the song "Choose You" with the Willie Hutch sample that UGK used.
Yeah, I know.
And the song that's really popular on TikTok, "She Gonna Take the Charge." I mean, there's some standouts on there. I will say, like I said though, this is the lesser of those 3 albums, but that still doesn't mean that this is a bad album overall. It's still a nice 3-album run, but you can tell that the quality, or at least the fire that Project Pat had, it was kind of dwindling down just a tad bit. And, they was in that whole 3-6 Mafia, let's promote our albums, so-and-so at the end. I'm just like, I get it for the novelty of the oldness, but
they used to do.
Yeah,
got so and so coming out. Yeah,
it's, on Spotify it's the 2 disc, and I'm just like, I don't need this.
Yeah.
But I did buy the vinyl, so it made me want to listen to the album again. Even though I heard the album last year, I think I did a Project Pat 3P run last year because I usually just those albums are just so great. Getty Green, Mr. Don't Play, just so great. So yeah,
I grew up listening to them, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I heard the only one I heard growing up was Mr. Don't Play.
Yeah, my stepdad and them, man. Getty Green, all that stuff. All right, so my last album, I think I have another one, but I think I'm just gonna I'll just talk about this one. Slideshow.
By who?
Slideshow, that's the guy.
Oh.
He put out an album called Fun Toy. I should have just said Fun Toy by it, but it's like an acronym for something. I don't know. But anyways, Sideshow. I don't know what I'm saying. Slideshow.
Like Sideshow.
Like Sideshow. Yeah, like Sideshow. I think he's from Minnesota, and I know he has like Etrian, like bloodline or whatever. I think he is.
What was that? African?
Yeah, it's in Africa. Yeah, but he's I think he's born and raised in the U.S. of A. You know what I'm saying? But he's affiliated with like Earl, Mike, and all them type of guys. So he has that similar sound, but he also has his own voice as well. I got hip to him in 2021. This album, I played it a few times. He usually put out like short projects. I'm gonna see how long this was running. It's probably like 28 to 30 minutes. Let me see. It's actually 31 minutes. 17 songs, but real short.
31 minutes, 17 songs?
Really
Jesus.
short. And he
that's
has
like
skits.
Burning Desire by Mike.
Yeah, I'm saying he like in that same.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm
17 songs?
Yeah.
31 minents? Jesus.
Yeah.
These songs some have to be just seconds.
Yeah. Because he have some little skits and stuff in between. But the album is pretty cool. Like, he's not one of them guys I highly recommend. He falls into that same genre. Like, I really can't tell you like what stands out about him. He's just some guy you could put on and be like, oh, that was cool. That's straight. I like this beat. I like this flow on this beat. Because one thing about him, he really can catch a pocket and that with his flow and his voice. But other than that, it's an album I listen to. It's nothing that I might go back. I listened to it twice. I don't think I'm gonna listen to it again. He put out an album, the 2021 album. I will recommend this album. It was pretty good. No, it was 2020. Okay. Farley was a pretty good album. Like, I recommend y'all check this one out if you guys want to listen to Sideshow. And his album he put out in 21, Wicked Man Reprise, it's pretty good. That was a really good album as well. But this album here, if you listen, when you start listening to him, you understand like this is his sound. It's nothing really stand out. Like,
you said it's kind of like in the mic.
Yeah, in the mic. Yeah, kind of in that way. But he more closer to Mike. He don't really have like, he's not really, he's more fast paced, you know what I'm saying? He talks about like little street stuff because I think he has a little ties, you know what I mean? He always was talking about free his homie, his best friend that was locked up. I think his name is Farley. I might be wrong. Yeah, I could be wrong. But anyways, Sideshow, Fun Toy, check it out. I'm not, don't shoot me like, yo, you said this was the best album ever. It's just the album I checked out because I'm familiar with the artist. Y'all check it out as well if you want. You don't have to. If you want to check it out, be just a feel, it's up to you.
I mean, I checked out the Mike and Wiki.
Yeah.
The Hard as a Rock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did talk about
Faith
that.
is a Rock?
Yeah, Faith is a Rock.
Yeah, or Rock is a Faith, whatever it's called. But yeah, that's all you have?
That's. Let me see real quick. I might bring up something before you go on your deep dive. All right, I will bring up something that was pretty cool. So, me and my girl, we was like went on a little date or whatever, and like this song played called the Field, and I'm like, yo, this sounds familiar, but it was about a guy I actually know, RC. He's actually he's was in my auntie's band or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I know this guy. Like, I'm looking at him like I know him, and he has this whole little group, and I've been playing them, bro. They pretty dope. So if y'all want to check out like some jazzy stuff, if y'all into like Robert Glasper or anything like that, RC and the Grits, it's pretty dope, bro. Like,
Grits
local guy,
good.
yeah. But it's like really jazzy. It's really dope, bro. Like, man, I was really like, yo, this is crazy. And this album came out in 2016 when I was actually jamming, but I never knew he had his own like band. I didn't know. He gets it in, man. He gets it in. RC and the Grits, man, check it out. This guy actually gave me some type of like, when I was like 18, young dude, didn't know what I was doing. He kind of gave me a little wisdom, a little words of encouragement, you know what I'm saying? So check out his...
Did it work? Huh? Did it work?
Yeah, when I got older, when I started like, now the stuff that people say to you when you was younger, it like when you get older, you like, oh, damn, that's what you meant. But back then, you like, pew, right out ear into the other one. Like, you don't care. But RC the Grits. Like, that's the band. Just check them out. They're pretty dope. And he's a producer. I think he plays like multiple instruments. Multi-talented guy. You know what I'm saying? Check him out. I just shout him out. You know, you looked out for me one time. Look out for you.
Hey, I can respect that.
Yeah.
But it's time to get in my deep dives. I got to do these weekly deep dives of me just going into these artists. And this month, it's all about the women.
Yeah.
Why I make this the month about women? It's Pride Month? I don't know. But last week, I did Doja Cat. So if you want to listen to that, go listen to last week's episode. This week, I did 2 discographies. Flo Milli and Meg Thee Stallion. Hoo-wee. And also, it's Nat season. I hate the goddamn Nats. But I don't know who I want to talk about first.
I say, which one has the shorter discography?
Oh, Flo Milli, easily. She only has 3 projects.
Well, go into her last.
Okay.
That's good.
So let's start off with Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
I listened to all her albums, or at least all the projects that's on streaming, because I wasn't doing no deep dive and trying to really go on live mixtapes and trying to see what she got.
She put out her sophomore year in
I'm not.
college.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. And so I went to her earliest project that's on streaming, but the first thing I listened to was Traumazine, which is her latest album. I listened to it, and I've seen a lot of people say, "Oh, this is her best album." I'm like, "Is that really saying?"
It came out this year?
It came out 2 years ago,
Okay.
2022. Okay. And I listened to it, and I'm like, I'm just gonna get the stereotypical. I'm a hot girl. He's gonna eat my cat. I'm gonna use him for his money. I don't date broke Negroes. You B words ain't F with me. My butt's fat. I thought I was gonna get that.
Yeah.
First track came in. I'm like, okay. I'm like, she's coming hard. The production is also really good as well. Second track, a feature with Key Glock. I'm like, this is surprisingly good as well. The third track came in. I forgot the name of it. But I'm like, I'm jamming.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa. This is actually good right now. She's doing as good as she does rapping wise. Fourth track came in. Her and Lotto. I'm like, all right. I feel like I know what I'm gonna get when I come into this song. Production wasn't that great. And I realize now when I was listening to Meg Thee Stallion, I don't really like these female rappers that have these deeper or more masculine tones when rapping. And so this song came on with Meg and Lotto. I think it's called Budget. You know, they both rapping.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, they sound way too alike. Like, they sound way too alike. Like, I never thought about it because I'm like, I hope I don't hear this track and they sound too
Vocally,
similar.
they sound like...
Yeah, vocally they sound
content
very
as
similar.
well?
Oh, of course. Oh, of course.
Dang. Is Shay saying women don't have much...
We're gonna get into Flo Milli, and that will change. I mean, hey, I gave Doja Cat her credit, so last
yeah,
week. So hey, I'm not a misogynist.
Your favorite song on there is Wet Vagina as well.
Correct, and it's dripping too. So, the song was a stereotypical thing. I knew it was coming because I'm like, the song is called Budget. It's gonna be something about how, you know, it's their money or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm all right with that as long as the song is good. And she didn't do the typical girl power thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, the song is cool. I'm not really going to go back to it because that first 3-track run, I don't even count this as the 4-track run, was pretty solid. Then we get the rest of the album. I'm like, wow, you really went back into the megasms. And by the megasms, I mean, she raps about the stereotypical things all the time that these BBL era girls do. I'm the hot girl. He's addicted to my P word. Not every Negro can hit this. Yada, yada, yada. Whoop-de, whoop-de, whoop. And I'm just like... You gave me, and I get it. She did it in the first, like she does this every song.
Yeah.
But it's the way that she went about it in those first 3 to 4 songs, and the production was really, really solid on those first 4 songs. The rest of the album, though, I'm like,
it was a chore.
I mean, going through this whole discography was the biggest chore I've ever been through, B. And so after that, I'm like, and I heard some of these hits on TikTok, and I get it. I get this music. It's just. It's so hard for me to consider her a good artist when literally all she does is copy and paste the same type of song each album. And I get it. She's going to try and feed that mainstream audience. She's going to try and go for that radio hit. She's going to do that with almost every song on her album. But god dang, this gets tiring. It's just so bloated, B. I'm like, Meg. And then she has a song called Southside or Southern or Southside Royalty. Her, Sauce Walker, Lil Kiki, and I forgot who else on there. And Big Pokey.
Yeah.
That song was good too.
Yeah.
I'm like, Meg, literally everything before the album. And she even has a really bad sample of another song that I forgot the name of. It's called Flip Flop. And it's these songs where she tries to do I don't want to say introspective, but more personal songs. And because she has such a masculine and deep voice when she's doing all this rapping, she has all this bravado. So when you try to do this very personal song, she always tries to sound vulnerable, but very fragile and weak. And I'm like, I don't buy this. This doesn't feel real. And I can't say that she can do that because I do want her to do that more. But I kind of want her to do that rapping. I don't want you to do this in this soft girl voice because it's like, you can't do this soft girl voice, but then you gave me all these hard bars about how Negroes just want to eat my vagina and all that. I'm just like, no, like, and that's just Traumazine. And I had to say it like this. This is our best project. Well, this might be second best. Yeah. And so I went through the discography, like I said. I listened to Sugar. It's an EP.
Yeah, I remember
I'm like, it has a song Savage on there, not the Beyonce remix one. But I listened to that. I'm like, this is cool. It's middle of the road for me. I'm not going to judge this as hard as an album. But I'm like, I'm getting the same thing every song. I'm like, okay. Then I'm listening to Good News, which I think is her debut project. It does have the Savage remix on there. Same thing. All over this album. I'm like, Jesus I'm like, sometimes I be thinking, can she really rap? Because I listen to her with those other Houston rappers. I'm like, no, she's in the same vein as them. She just is a woman and can make the hot girl-ish because it's hot right now.
Bitch, my hot girl.
She does. It's just a girl version of what these Houston rappers are doing. So I'm just like, she raps well enough. Yeah. Like, it's nothing extraordinary. And I'm not saying she got to be the best lyricist out there. But when you have such bravado, such high regard for yourself and saying, like, you one of the best people out here doing this, I expect a bit more. I don't expect the same radio song. I expect you to challenge yourself a bit more. And so, she even has a song on here, which I got to talk about some of the Meg fans, because I was watching the Rap Roundtable the other day, and they are very performative. That's what the Rap Roundtable said about Meg fans. Yeah. They're very performative, because they don't come out when they need to. And there's just certain things, like when the Eminem Slim Shady thing, if I ask Meg for a feature, do you think I got a shot at the feet or whatever? Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, you're talking about black women's trauma. It's not trauma, B. You want to know why? Because she has bars in here kind of referring to that, like, oh, next time someone shoots me, I'm going to shoot them back. Yeah. Or, saying something like, oh, so. You don't have to guess who shot me. Yeah. Ha! It's like one of those things where she kind of, like, does that, and I'm just like, we get it. Right. Tory, quote-unquote, shot you. We don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there, so. Allegedly. I'm not. So allegedly. I'm not taking sides, and I'm not putting that into a factor of me liking her music. Facts. Because I really don't care about that. But, it's just one of those things where, like, it can't be that traumatizing if you talking about it in a braggadocious way. Talking about, oh, next time someone shoots me, I'm going to shoot him back. Yeah. Well, and she says it in a very braggadocious way. It's not like...
I wouldn't say she's not traumatized from it. Just cause
because
a lot of rappers talk about when they got shot. I'm pretty that was really traumatizing towards them.
Yeah, it is. No, but like, how come no one else defends them when they talk about them?
Because you know how they defend them.
Nah, please tell me. Please tell me, people. Why y'all?
Because she's a woman. She's a black woman. And especially a white rapper made a joke about her trauma. Of course they're going to say about they're not going to say nothing about Jadakiss telling 50, you got to get shot 9 times to be rich. Like, they don't care because it's a diss. But, like, come on, bro. It ain't that deep. We worry about, when I say we, I mean black people. We worry about the wrong things.
I agree. You know but, like I said, she tried to flip that bar, and then she also tries to have a song later on. Oh, when I try to tell the truth, no one believes me. And I'm just like, this sounds like a liar.
Yeah, but like...
I'm not saying she is, because I really don't care about that situation. Yeah, I don't wish harm against anyone. Yeah. But it just... You sound like...
Yeah, I just don't want to... Like I would want to critique it as much because she's just an entertainer. She's just a rapper. Because you can do the same thing with any rapper, bro. They do the same thing. Like,
no, I agree, but I'm talking about the fandom. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the fans. Because Megan's never came out and said, I'm really traumatized. Her
fans are black women. We know how they act, bro. And I love y'all. I don't really have to say that I love y'all to say some of y'all critique y'all. No, I can say, I critique y'all and not tell y'all how much I love y'all. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm going to critique y'all. Y'all know, y'all pick and choose.
So, Good News was not a good album.
Is Good News the one with the newspapers?
Yeah.
Show me the cover to the
Traumazine is the best cover she has.
I don't even remember seeing that.
I forgot what song is on there, but she has like some songs on there. One of them sounds like a super pop song. Bro, I mean, technically they're all pop songs, but so next project I went into was Tina Snow, and this is when she was really bubbling and really got popular on the internet.
I remember that one.
Easily her best project.
Yeah,
easily. I was like, all right, the production is really solid. Her rapping ability is really good as well. I'm like, this is really solid. Like, I really don't have any complaints about this. Yeah. Will I go back to this? No, but if I wanted to put someone on the Meg, I put her on the Tina Snow and Traumazine.
Yeah.
So I was like, Tina Snow, and I get people say, oh, it's her alter ego or whatever. It's not really that much of a better alter ego. It's the same thing. It's not like it's Slim Shady versus Eminem and it's a different alter ego. Or, you know, Beyonce and maybe a Sasha Fierce. It's the same thing. I just think you get better production. So I need Meg Thee Stallion to just change her name to Tina Snow and just keep every album like that. But after that, I listened to Something for the Hotties, which is actually the first project I've ever heard of from Meg. This is one of the worst projects I've heard this year.
And then what year this came out? You heard it before, though.
Yeah, I heard it when it first came out.
So how is it the worst you heard this year? You already heard it.
Because it's still the worst thing I've heard this year.
Oh, my God.
It came out 2021.
Yeah.
And so it's the one with the devil on it.
I didn't know she put out all these projects.
This is a compilation project of like, and she labels half these songs freestyles. They the same goddamn. It's literally the exact goddamn same thing. And she has some interludes from Texas rappers, like Bun B is on there.
Yeah.
Paul Wall. She even does the disrespectful Let Me See It. She gets that beat from the UGK album.
Yeah.
And she tries to like rap over it. I'm just like.
You see that she brought out Paul Wall? No, I'm not
gonna bring that.
She the only one that's showing
love. I'm about to
say
she's the only one that's showing love to Houston though. So I'm about to say at least with her, she's showing love back to the city. Then I heard Fever. It's the same thing. It's a song with her and the baby on it.
Yeah,
that Cash-ish. Yeah, one of the worst things ever. And then I listened to her first project that's on streaming called Make It Hot. This project came out 2017.
Yeah.
And while this isn't bad, because I give her grace, because this was very early in her career, it wasn't anything like to make me think, oh, she's going to be a star one day. So yeah, Meg Thee Stallion, very disappointing discography. I think she really has potential to come out with a really solid, great album. I mean, she kind of did with Traumazine.
Yeah.
It's just that she gets into those megasms, and I get it. You got to do the radio play stuff. But literally, you gave me 4 songs of something good, something different compared to what you usually do. But then you just F it all off. You just F the rest of it all off. I wanted to really like this because I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a hater that turns into a fan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
like
have
the Doja Cat. Yeah.
I didn't have it with this. I'm like, she could rap, she could flow on a beat well.
Yeah.
That's all I could say.
But the lyrics is really nothing of substance.
And I'm not saying she has to be the most lyrical rapper. Or she has to be the most substance filled rapper. But god dang, each song just feels the same. Each song gives me the same vibe. Nothing changes among these songs. Her flow doesn't really change. Subject matter doesn't really change. She's on the goddamn exact same topics, same subject matter. If I did a drinking game to how many times she talked about how she was that B, I would have been drunk by like the second track of like one of these albums. Oh my gosh. But that's it. That's all I have to say for Meg. Like I said, I think she could really have a really good album, but I feel like the chance that she had with that is kind of already over. Because Traumazine did give me something different at the beginning, but it didn't really stick with me, and I hate that because I was like, maybe this is the album that's gonna make me a fan.
I don't think so. I think she has a lot because you gotta understand, like when it comes to women, a lot of them, you have to grow up, man. So it's good. I don't think she can continue.
You think she's ever gonna have a Lauryn Hill moment?
Well, Lauryn Hill was just Lauryn Hill before she started. I just think that she can probably get more introspective as she go through life. It's more because she's still in her 20s, late 20s at that. She got to experience a little more thing unite. She might have a family one day, might have some kids. So you might see her take a different direction. It might be a pop direction. It might take a Nicki Minaj direction, when she had all those like really big pop songs. So you just never know. I feel like if Megan Thee Stallion keep her steam up, keep the staying relevant, I think she could take another path.
I think if she took the pop star path, I would more so enjoy that.
Yeah.
Because she does have songs where she tries to do the pop star thing, and I'm like, I get it. I'm like, this isn't for me. And like I said, 1 to 2 songs of her being that B and all that, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I get it. But when you make the whole album the same exact goddamn thing, and there's no differentiating each song from each other, I'm like, the only thing differentiating is the order of the words. That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's my problem.
Yeah, I know you have to critique it, but like I don't know, with music like this, it's just hard for me to actually like give it any type of really good review because it's there for what it is. Like it's like going to a Moneybagg Yo album and looking for some introspection.
But see, that's the thing though, and I thought that too at first. But like I said, I heard Traumazine the first 4 tracks. I'm like, okay, she's giving me something different.
Yeah.
But then she just F's it all.
Yeah, but you gotta understand also when it comes to artists like that, that's not their bag. They can give it to you like once or twice, and then they're gonna do their thing. Cause it's like with Drake. Drake can give us an album we want, but he's not.
And so how about this? The production was really solid on those 4 songs I told you, right?
Yeah.
Then it gets into that weak production that we usually hear.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, I get that you're gonna do that. Give me some good production behind it. Give me some good songwriting behind it. And like I said, it doesn't have to be lyrical, spiritual miracle.
Yeah, just,
but you can't talk
you
about
can
you
some,
being that being that one female rapper, and you don't bring it to me.
Yeah.
At least Nicki Minaj, she does have the pop songs. She got some standouts though.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, okay, like Roman's Revenge, okay.
But you also gotta look at a lot of female rappers right now. They really don't hold it, especially in the mainstream. I'm not trying to. They don't hold a candle to like Nicki when it comes to her creativity.
I agree.
Like she's really creative.
Except for Doja.
Yeah, Doja's dope.
Yeah.
Doja's dope.
And Flo Milli.
Yeah, I'm saying they
I'll
dope,
talk
but I'm
about
saying
that.
creativity. I still think Nicki is still above them in a way. Like, just especially with rapping ability as well.
Okay,
like she's not even just like Doja. Yeah, she can do different flows and stuff like that. But like I'm saying, like we heard Nicki actually like beat out some of the top rappers on the song. Like she had the best verse on Monster. Like, it's not many female artists that's having that moment like that,
or that will ever have that moment.
Ever have that moment. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't know. I think she's a little different. She's in a different bracket when it comes to like her talent. You know.
I agree. I think
Doja
Doja
Nicki praise.
Oh yeah, but I think Doja may be the only person closest to that because Doja to me has great rapping ability, and obviously she can make great songs.
She has personality.
Exactly, and so for me, that's why for me, and like I said, I don't need the most lyrical, spiritual, miracle type things. Like I get that, and we'll talk about Flo Milli in a minute, but I'm just like I guess my thing is like change it up.
Yeah.
At least package it differently.
Yeah.
That's all my thing is. Okay. Because I'm like, Meg, it just sounds like every song on here is trying to aim for the radio, and obviously one is gonna stick.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I don't know. I just like, I don't know. Like, and like I said, I was thinking I'm just a woman hater at one point. But I'm like, I heard Doja Cat. I'm like, I love that. Listen to Flo Milli, what we're gonna talk about in a minute. I'll talk about that because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just like Meg, like I really want to rep because you from H-Town, you from Texas.
But it's like
it's just disappointing. That's the thing.
But one thing with this program we're doing now, like we're new at it, and then like at the time, as we continue to do this, we can look back at some of the things that we thought about this artist, and maybe in the coming years, she gives you that project.
I do want to be. I do want to.
So it's dope that we have this documented. You know what I mean? So. That's what we're going to see, B. Even though we have some stuff. I remember I told you I listened to an old podcast when we talked about one of our albums. You felt the same way.
I just got the same thing. And I'm older. So it's just the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, Meg Thee Stallion, I do think that you have a great album ahead of you. I just don't know what it is, and I'm not really sure if Megan is going to be that one.
I think it's that maturity, bro, when she get a little older.
I think she's going to need that but also, I don't want her to fall in that Houston rapper category where they just rapping. It's the same thing from back then. I'm like, no one's listening.
Then she started talking about Ride on Phones.
Talking about the candy paint dripping.
Candy paint dripping off her body or something.
Yeah, so Meg Thee Stallion, a good enough artist.
Yeah.
She could flow well. I'm like, but the lyrics, the subject matter, it just gets very tiring and boring when she doesn't repackage it enough or repackage it well enough.
Right.
So yeah, that's about it for Meg Thee Stallion. Next discography I got to get into though, Flo Milli.
Hey, she dope.
I was unsure about Flo Milli because I heard the Never Lose Me. That was the first song I've ever heard from her. I've never heard anything else from her. I also heard this other song that was big on her second project that was on TikTok. But I didn't know that was Flo Milli.
Yeah.
And so, I was like, all right, Flo Milli. She has this little trilogy album title thing going on. And I heard her first album. I think she was like 19 when she did this. This came out 2020. H-Word, Why Is You Here?
Yeah.
Why
Are you here?
Yeah. And I heard it and I was like, after I listened to it, I usually go to the Wikipedia to like see some of the ratings. And they was like, oh, this is like on the 200 best hip hop albums of all time, greatest hip hop projects of all time. Her first project, 200. It's on Rolling Stone's greatest 200
in the decades, in like past decade. Or?
I don't know the time frame, but it said of all time. So, and it's on Rolling Stones, and it's H-Word, Why Is You Here? And I heard that project, and I'm just like, I feel the energy.
Yeah.
I feel the vibe. I'm getting like a bit of a Uzi vibe in terms of like,
shit.
She has the vibes and all that. I'm like. I don't get why this is the one. Yeah. Like why? Like she same thing every song. Subject matter is the same every song. Yeah. At least she could at least give me different flows of it with it. And I'm like, all right, I see where this is going. She has room for growth.
She hails from Alabama, right?
Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile.
And so I was like, I had to see it because I'm like, where did she come from? Like I thought it was gonna be Florida.
Yeah.
So I went to the second project. I'm like, oh, this is good right here. I'm like, I'm in here. Flo Milli got me with the second project.
She dope, bro.
She had New York from, I Love New York. Or For the Love of New York. Tiffany Pollard or whatever. That's what it's called, the intro. And Flo Milli, to me, she got range. She has variety on that second project. I'm like, this is great. Yeah. I'm like, I'm really liking this. Like, she got some pop sounding songs. She got some rapping songs. She got some just really good songs overall. And I'm not, like I said, I don't expect these girls to be like lyricists, especially off the singles I hear from them. I'm like, all right, Flo Milli. Like I said, she does the usual girlisms in hip-hop, or at least BBL girlisms. And I'm like, all right, I'm liking this right here. I'm like, all right. So I went to the third project. I'm like, am I going to get more of that or what? Like, what's happening right here, Flo Milli? And her third project came out this year.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. The beginning got me. I'm like, all right. The Never Lose Me came on. I hate the fact that she put the remix in the middle of the album and not the end, because she put the original at the end. I'm like, no, you should have put the original right here. You should have put a remix at the end.
Yeah. She was trying to hit a remix first.
Yeah. So I really wish that the original, because I do not like that Cardi B verse.
Yeah.
She just sounds off to me. And so, like I said, I was going through the album, and Gunna has a verse on there. I'm like, oh, this is perfect for Gunna. Yeah. I'm like, he about to be in his bag after that. He sounded like Meek Mill rapping on the goddamn song.
He in the other room. The beat. Look, it didn't sound good?
Yeah, he was yelling on the song. I'm like, the mic is right here. He's in the other room trying to yell the verse. I'm like, Gunna, you literally just have to come with the chill flow. Yeah. This is literally your bag. How do you F this up?
I want to switch it up
a little bit. He F this song up for me. I'm like, I'm glad you the last verse. I can just swoop. Yeah. But I gotta hear that. I gotta hear that hook one more time. Yeah. And so, Flo Milli got those man-loving songs. Yeah. I'm like, all right, I see what you're doing here.
Catered to use.
Yes. I'm just like, I see where we're going with this, Flo Milli. I'm liking where we're going right. But then I realized, coming from her second album, I'm glad I listened to them in order, she doesn't have as much variety from her second album. Okay. And so this album, the third one, the one that came out this year, and it's called, because the second album is called You Still Here, H Word. Then the last album that came out, her latest one, Fine, H Word, Stay. Yeah. It's not bad. Yeah. It's a solid project. But to me, it doesn't give me that variety like her second project did. And I'm just like, I'm like, I see why people said that this third album wasn't as good. I'm like, it's not bad. It's just not as good as that other one. Yeah. And so I was just like, and because she found that real good single and hit of Never Lose Me, she tries to kind of re-emulate that a few more times. I'm just like, I get it. Yeah. So I can't be mad. But this also isn't as great as the second project. Yeah. But either way, though, Flo Milli still gets me with her flows, with her energy. She gives me a bit of variety here and there. And like I said, you don't gotta be a lyricist to catch me. Yeah. It's more so about the pockets you catch. It's more so about the flows you get. Yeah, the songwriting, the hooks, the nice hooks. Exactly. Beats, how you rap that beat. How you rap the beat, not the meat. And like I said, for me, Flo Milli has great beat selections for me. And so I'm just like, Flo Milli got me. Yeah. So I am ready for her next project whenever it does come out. I'm not rushing it, though. Yeah. But I am ready for it, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah. I really like Flo Milli. That's dope, she got 3 projects in. Like I said, I thought I was going to be the man hater, man. Yeah. 2.
You mean a woman hater?
I mean, yeah, woman hater. I do. Well, I hate men, too, but that's just because I hate people in general.
Yeah, facts.
So, I'm out of the 3 discographies I listen to, I'm 2-1 right now. I like 2 women. I didn't like 1.
Hey, it is what it is. Right. Like with Flo Milli, I never listened to any of her projects. Like, I think I actually it's just some women I'm just not gonna listen to. Like, I hear some of her verses, I'm like, yo, she sounds dope, but I'm not gonna go to the project. See, you as a strong man, I know you have the time when you be driving doing your thing, but like, bro, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I was gonna drop out B because I heard the first project, and like I said, I give it a bit more grace because it's her first project. But it still says 200 greatest hip hop albums of all time.
This is why you here, B. We need you for this deep diving and you go into these discographies, bro.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
And I was looking at it. I'm gonna torture myself next week.
Oh yeah, don't even tell me. I want to be surprised. Okay. I want to be surprised next week on what you deep dive into.
So yeah, next week, definitely anticipate who I'm gonna listen to. I think I'm gonna listen to 2 artists next week, 2 women artists, obviously. And I'll get back to y'all with that. Yes, sir. That's about it for my discography deep dives. Let's go ahead and get into what's been happening and nothing. Nothing has been happening in hip hop, but we do have a release date for Common and Pete Rock's album and a title, the Auditorium Volume 1. So coming out July 12th.
So that means there's more, B.
I know. And he already got the track list coming out. It's supposed to be about 15 songs. Okay. Did you hear his new song that came out?
They put out another one?
Dreaming?
No, I only heard the first one.
It samples Aretha Franklin.
Oh nah, I haven't heard
B.
it. It's fire. B, I ain't even listen
I'm so
to
hyped
it.
for this album.
I ain't even listen to
B,
it.
I'm so hyped for this album, B. Like,
It's like what's so dope about if you knew the lore of like Pete Rock and Common, bro. Like one of my favorite verses is from Common. It's from one of Pete Rock's Soul Survivor tapes. Like, come on, bro. Like, so this is dope. It's just so crazy how we have Pete Rock, LL, we have Q-Tip, we got Nas, Premier, we got all these guys. We got Common and Pete Rock working together. Freaking Nas and DJ Premier for to drop something. Even though people seem like that one's a little too late, but still, we're gonna see how that's gonna sound. But the LL, I don't know if LL and Q-Tip are putting out a project together.
I don't either.
But that song they put out is dope. So it's dope, bro. His 2 verses was fire. But to stay on this album, Pete Rock and Common, I'm excited as well. Even though I haven't heard the second single, first single got me wrapped in. I'm like, Common rapping. And like, I'm a guy that don't like Common's voice like that much. But like, he sounded really good on there. And Pete Rock is Pete Rock. Like, and I just love that old school. You see me like they like 2 uncles. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's that, I don't know, it's like singing them freestyle, him Freeway. Remember I sent it to you? Like, it's just like, it's hip hop, bro.
That's when the song was out, the Daydreaming song.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
I like that Freeway verse where you talk about freezing jungle.
I like that. Yeah. You free? Yeah. That's dope, bro.
For me, I heard the Dreaming song because the Daydreaming song because someone posted a clip of it on YouTube. I mean on Twitter, and so I was listening. I'm like, hold up. I'm like, Common got a new track?
Yeah.
And so I went to it. That was like the one song I played the most this whole week.
For real?
I'm like, I like it better than that first single that he put out. That Wise Up. Yeah. Because that Wise Up single is pretty good.
Yeah.
But this Daydreaming, the sample, I'm like, Common rapping on it. I'm just like, I'm loving it right now. Like, I had to go back to B and listen to that. I'm like, oh, this is... I think that this...
This is the one that Playboy put out or something?
His stuff was getting leaked all weekend.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, but this song right here, though, I think that B... And, I had to watch an interview with him and Pete Rock because he went on Math Hoffa recently. And he let people hear the album. He was like, some people was like, hey, this is like your best album right here. See, and I'm scared of that. But he's like, I got some people who worked on your other album. They saying that this one's my best one. I'm like, but from the singles, we can, even though Common's always been like mature.
Is his best album, though.
You don't think B is?
Nah. For me, Water for Chocolate.
For me, B.
B's like my second favorite.
B is my favorite because to me it's not as much filler, it's not as long, and to me there's like literally no. The only song I'm like on is the live song. Yeah. But that's because it's a live version of it instead of the actual song.
B dope. I think Water for Chocolate is best.
Water for Chocolate is good.
I think that's his best rapping.
It could trim a bit of fat off that. It's a bit too long.
It's like 17 tracks. But
it's like an hour or something.
But 17 tracks then is like an hour track.
3 verses, 4 hooks.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm super excited for this album right here. This might be my number 1 album of this year because I'm just hyped from these two singles that we got. Because you sent me that first single because we never talked about it on here. I'm like, oh, this is hard. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Common was washed. Yeah, no. I'm like, he's out of here.
I think sometimes you just gotta get inspired, bro. Like, especially when it comes to these older rappers, I feel like once they get inspired, like it's like they get back into they what you call it? Their prime will just going, and then you got these producers that also want to feel that energy too. And then like that's just the perfect marriage. These two guys like coming up in the same era. I know P Rock a little older, but like just that hip hop, bro. It's just it's just good. But hey.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I was like, July 12th can't get here fast enough. I'm like, oh, I can't wait for this. And I don't see a lot of people talking about it, man. I put it on Twitter and I was like, yo, great rapping ability. I was like, great production, great sampling. I'm like, I don't see no one talking about this as much, so I want to say something about this. Like, oh, if y'all want to hear this, I'm like, we need to let our, because we need to let our people that are in hip hop age gracefully, and especially since there are still older people who are still with us today, thankfully. They're still able to make music, and it still sounds good. I mean, it sounds better than a lot of the music that's coming out now, which is to be expected.
My bad, and we just, don't look their way because they're older or they're not in type of things like that. So, like we said before, like hip-hop is a young man's sport.
But do you think only hip-hop is the one thing that's deemed, like, ageist, where it's like, oh, he's older? Yeah. No.
Yeah, because you got to understand, like, when it comes to rock music, I think it's the same thing, but one thing about them is that their fans got older. They still go to those shows. So a lot of the like other musicians, they can tour. And like when it comes to our musicians, like they was big once, and as they get older, besides like Jay-Z or somebody, that crowd get a little smaller because sometimes you age out. And some people like, oh man, I don't really hip hop like that no more. You know what I mean? Yeah, think about it. Like it's a young man's sport. Like a lot of people just not out there just dancing and b-boying on their back. You know what I mean? So it's just certain things that kind of holds our culture back when it comes to hip hop because it's so youthful. You just gotta think about it. It's just how it came out as these young kids, you know, making a whole new movement, and then like they always have the baton. It's always a new guy some year, like, oh, he's a new guy. You know what I mean? It's just that youth is just what it thrives, especially music. Period. Though, really, especially when it comes to like rock, pop. It's like a whole thing when people just love the youth, man. It's just how it is. It's like when people actually start feeling bad when they get older. Like they like, dang, I'm not young no more. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's actually a thing. So I don't know, but it's another album that's coming out. It's not no name. You know, Tommy Richman dropping that.
I think it's called Goat or something like that.
Yeah, it's called Coyote.
Oh, Coyote. That's what it is.
I see that somebody posted saying that I think it was Russ. It's actually Russ. Russ says he's moving with the sense of urgency, capitalizing on his momentum, unlike a lot of artists who catch one song, parade around for a year, and then miss their moment. Kudos to him and his team. What do you think about that?
I do think, obviously, Russ is a really good businessman overall, just in terms of like the independent route that he's going in. Am I a fan of Russ? Not really. But I can also just still accredit him to like his good business acumen. And what he's saying is literally true. What Russ is saying in that tweet, there is nothing like misspoken. Yeah. Everything is factual. Like, this is the right move for Tommy Richman to do. He released $1 Million Baby. It's like I told you, I've been listening to the radio here and there. That is one of the one songs that's always playing.
And it's always on TikTok. It's everywhere.
Well, I don't see it on TikTok, me personally. He released that second track, which I've only heard snippets of.
Yeah, I heard it. You know, I heard it for the first time today.
Oh, you did? The Devil is Alive, something like that, right? Yeah, and so that song is out, and yes, I agree completely with Russ. Tommy Richman is moving like someone who knows something like, yo, I got to capitalize off this now because I need a body of work for people to go back to because this song is moving. If I put this on the album and people go to this song and then the other songs start recommending from my album, you know, boom, that could generate something right there.
I think I got familiar with him in 2020. So he gotta understand, like this guy, his biggest like moment was on the Brent Faiyaz project. Like he didn't even have over 1 million freaking monthly listeners. And this snippet of $1 Million Baby just took off. And he was just like, this out of nowhere for him. Like, some people like, oh yeah, Tommy Richman, you know what I'm saying? Some people knew him from the Brent project, or some people probably just knew him from popping up in a random Spotify listen, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I found out about him like a year or two ago or whatever. So like 2021, 2020, something right there. Anyways, so yes, execute on this, bro. Like, be an opportunist right now, bro. Like, capitalize on the moment because, bro, you can be here and there. Like, look at Four Bats. Like, at the time, I feel like Four Bats had the moment. And he kept like, you know, put out this song here, put this out. I think she should have been put out that EP. Because like right now, bro, he's on tour. His tour sold out. That's why I heard he said, I don't know if he said the whole tour sold out, but I think one of his shows was or whatever. I'm following you, bro, because I want to see what you're going to do. Same thing with like JP. Like we have these people that have these viral moments and like they kind of like pussyfoot around and just soak up the fame and not actually putting in the work. So what he's doing is I applaud him on it. So I feel like a lot of rappers and artists, R&B, whatever you into musically, you should do this. Like put out an EP, you know, continue to make like a movement. Like, I don't know, do a challenge. Or put out a song of the weekend, like what, you know, we used to have Good Fridays. Like do things like that. Like keep the ball moving, bro. Like, yes, sometimes we say we live in a microwave society. Like you don't have to like put out the whole project. You don't have to throw out like 3 albums in 1 year.
Yeah,
but like,
cheese.
Yeah, but just keep us entertained. Somehow, you know what I'm saying? With the singles, like make us want more. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think he's doing.
Yeah, I agree. His rise is really meteoric. And if you go back to Larger Than Life, the track that he's on with Brent Faiyaz, that sound, I think you say he's a producer, right?
I think so.
If so, because that sound literally sounds like him. Like that $1 Million Baby song sounds like that one off of Brent Faiyaz's album.
And it's so crazy because I was telling my girl, she was like, he's trying to make that $1 Million Baby song again. I'm like, no, I played her a song he put out like 2 years ago. I'm like, this is his sound. Like, this is what he do. $1 Million Baby just caught fire. But like, this is his sound. Like he makes this, you know, his vocals go up and then he got some pop type songs as well. Not like super poppy, but like, yeah, he gets in this little bag. Like one of my favorite songs from him is like "Not $1 Million Baby." It don't even sound like none of that stuff. So, man,
Yeah,
I'm happy for the guy, man. Hey, do your thing. You see a lot of people saying, "Oh, we let these people. He's not hip hop. He might make a country album." And he tweeted, "I can't wait to make my country album." And I said, "Hey, me too." Because I'm like, bro, who cares? Like, I don't care about the whole Post Malone, the whole like, bro. We all use things and we move on to some other things, bro. I don't care.
I think it's one of those things where it kind of feels inauthentic because at least with rappers, it's like, okay,
bro, we knew Post Malone, braids, white ivory son. And come on, bro, y'all knew this dude wasn't like hip hop. He wasn't even. He came out probably with the influences with the braids and having Iris in the song. But come on, bro, these guys like we all. Not I wouldn't say all of us, but most of us listen to different type of music, bro. Like, come on, like black people, relax. Let people do what they do because we do it. You got Eminem. I mean, now you got freaking Fresh Prince, you got Childish Gambino, we got all these multifaceted people that dip their toes in all type of sounds, into freaking acting, into all types of stuff. Let people do what they do, bro. Stop being freaking dicks and annoying. Grow some balls. I'm sick of them, bro. They be mad at Post Malone. Let Post Malone do his thing. Who cares? Don't worry about him. Let him do his thing. It don't stop us from eating.
See, guys, this is the type of people that let Ian slide for what he did on stage with Lil Yachty.
Bro, I don't even care about that. I don't know why people like, man, yeah, Yachty talking about hip hop was this and that, and look what he's doing.
I mean, it is kind of hypocritical, though.
It's not hypocritical.
Yeah, it is.
It's not.
Hip hop is in a bad place. You literally getting someone that literally represents.
So how he's in a bad place?
No, he said hip hop is in a bad place.
Yeah.
Right now. But it's like you're literally supporting someone who's helping solidify that opinion even more.
B.
I think that's what a hypocriticalness because.
So if he brought out Yeet, you wouldn't felt that way?
Not if he would have been doing the exact same. Because this is my thing, right?
He did that because Yachty brought him out.
No. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it because I saw the clip.
Yeah.
Then I sent you that meme. I said, I wish I could have unseen this because that was a waste of my time. Yeah. Because you know I don't like Ian like that.
Yeah.
But I think my thing is this, right? For Ian, and the reason I'm not like fuming mad at it.
Yeah.
My thing was this. I made a joke because I said, "Oh, unoriginal." I really wanted to say what I wanted to say. I can say it now though. I was like, "Oh, unoriginal," just like the music he makes, replicating something that's already been done in the past, just like his music he makes.
Right.
So my thing is this: I'm like, he's falling in the line with that. So I guess for me, I wasn't really mad at that. But I know some people were mad at what Yachty says. But my thing is this, right? I don't take Yachty's opinion seriously. Nah. Like, Yachty is a kid still. We got to remember the music he came out with when he first came out.
Yeah.
We got to think about Yachty now. He is super pretentious. So him saying that, I'm just like, Yachty, you don't even make the music to really get hip-hop out of a bad state. Yeah. So what the F are you talking about? That's like the comments that Hell Row made or whatever, saying like, oh, there's not enough lyricism or something like that. There's too many of this side of hip-hop on the radio. I'm just like, what the F are you talking about right now?
I just don't understand why people like we point the finger at something that we don't like so much and we don't highlight the things we love. Because like hip hop now
I
is
love to hate them.
Yeah, but hip hop is so much now. Like
it's multifaceted.
It's so much. So it's like, why are you keying in on this? Like, who cares about Ian? Don't listen to him. Like, I don't know why people make things a big. If this kid was a normal if he was a black kid making this music, nobody cared. It's because he's a white kid.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
I'm saying like, why do we like, bro? It's 2020. I don't think that's why his music taking off because it's multiple white people making music.
Yeah, but I think the music and style that he's doing is replicating some style that's already in.
Yeah, but why? But why other black kids not doing it?
Because that style,
something that he's doing,
it's played out. Like it's like we've already seen that before.
All of the black kids, the younger kids his age, are clinging to it.
Because a lot of those kids, they didn't experience what we went through with the blog era of trap music.
So to me, that's not a problem. To me, that's just
like we have way more.
To me, I think that's just the cycle of life. Like things leave, things come back. Like it's not. I don't think people will say, because you got to be honest, it's not exactly pulled from that. He do have his own thing to it too. Like
what own thing?
Like bro, how
image? What own thing?
I'm talking about how he rap. He ain't rapping exactly like them. It's mostly the production. He's not rapping. He's rapping more modernly over those type of beats.
It sounds very similar.
So who's rapping like how he was rapping? Gucci Mane wasn't rapping like that. He had his own flow.
No, I'm saying his flows is rappers in that time. I can't think of everybody.
I don't think anybody is rapping the modernized how he is. Show me some stuff beside production, please. We could do this. Like you could just show me like a rapper that's rapping in that pattern, just like this. It's more modern.
It's not a pattern. He just does the same flow.
But I'm saying it's a modern rapping style. That's what I'm saying. It's not like the 06 rapping style.
No, I didn't say 06.
That's what I'm saying. So like, what is he?
Blog
but
era.
I'm saying, but like, what do you mean blog era?
Like people during like Future, Young Scooter, that era.
But when you say blog era, you can't. It's so much blog era You can't just say blog era.
Yeah, but 06 was.
But you gotta say like Atlanta like rap music in that time.
Yeah,
because I wouldn't call that blog. It was his own thing as well.
But
because
that was an era.
They not
it
even
was
looped,
the era,
but they not looped into the blog era. Nobody talks about Future as blog era. Like blog era, he just came in that time because when you do blog era, you think about the kids that was on the internet.
No, I get what you mean, but because it's an era, it doesn't mean that you were
but that's the Atlanta era as well.
Part of that group. Is it?
Yes, the Zaytoven, all that stuff, the Gucci Man,
and
all them flows.
That's part of the blog era.
No, I'm not saying. I would never say Gucci is part of the blog era.
I think that was a sector
because Gucci was out when I was in middle school.
I do agree, yes, but remember I told you in another conversation that there are rappers whose reigns, even though they came out before the blog era, were reigning during the blog era. Yeah, Rick Ross is a good example of that.
But he wouldn't be considered a blog era rapper.
No, I'm not saying he's a blog era rapper, but that music he was coming out with during the blog era.
No.
Was it not? What is
so
the era?
Kanye put out music in the blog era.
Yes.
So what? But when you say
808s and Heartbreaks is seen as a great blog era project.
To who?
To the internet?
I never heard nobody say that ever in my life. When you say blog era, you think about the people that was blowing.
I think about the mixtapes.
No, you going like you remember the freaking
I remember Dat Piff live mixtapes.
No, not even that. I'm talking about the blogs that was posting the music, not the freaking hip hop.
Yeah, but still, era still evolves during that time.
Yeah, but so you talk about the people that come up in that era. Kanye was out since 04. Rick Ross, all of them out.
But so it was still reigning during that era.
It's not. They not a part of the era. Yeah,
I'm not saying that they're a part of it as in they came up in that era.
I know. But this is like my discrepancies. Every time you bring up like something like that and you throw something else in there, it's like that don't make sense.
The trap got too.
No, when I hear the blog era. Yeah, but when I hear blog era, I'm thinking like Mac Miller. I'm thinking Kid Cudi.
Yes, I am too. When I'm thinking Big Crit. I'm thinking of all that.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like that's not the sound. When you say, yeah, he just sound like any blog era. I'm like, no, Kid Cudi didn't sound like that. That's why I think about it.
No, blog era trap. That's why I say blog era trap. Because that trap music during that era. I don't know what other era to call it. What do you want to call it?
So what was Gucci? So what was Gucci in 05, 04, 05 with Trap House? Was he blog era rapping?
No, he was a bling era rapper. That's bling era.
He was bling era B?
That's all that is, bling. The early 2000s to the late 2000s.
That sounds nothing like bling. That sounds nothing like New Orleans, like Lil Wayne and all them cycles and P Diddy and like no, that don't sound nothing like the freaking what's his name was doing over there.
Okay, so
wait.
No, I'm not attributing era to sound. I'm not doing that. I'm contributing era to time.
Not sound and rap. So okay, let's go in right.
Because look at Goku. If I say, Cell Saga Goku was pretty powerful. Yeah, Goku debuted before the Cell Saga. But I'm talking about that time during the Cell Saga, he was peak. I'm giving you that example. I'm not saying Goku was peak.
I guess that point, but I think that's totally different from what you're saying. Because that's an era of him. So I'm saying like Gucci Man, being Gucci Man, he didn't have that sound was just, that was him. That's Gucci Man. That's him from a long time.
Wait. But artists do evolve though with the time.
Of course.
Especially with an artist like Gucci Man who's reigning.
But I'm saying if I listen to Ian and listen to Gucci Man, I'm not gonna say, he sound like Gucci Man.
I didn't say this specifically Gucci Man. I said trap era block. I said block.
But give me some
trap.
artists. He don't sound like him.
I can't think of any off the top of my head. I told you back then. I used to just listen to trap. I used to just download whatever trap mixtape, just listen to it. You know I listened to a bunch of Gucci Man back then.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, okay, you had
Jay Futuristic,
we had Shawty Low out there. Mm-hmm. We had freaking
which his production sounds very similar to Shawty Low's mixtape stuff. But keep going.
But I'm saying, but rapping wise, when I said he brings his own things when it comes to him with the modernized rapping, and for me, he sounds different. But yes, the beats sound similar to the others.
He also doesn't do anything new that I have not heard from an artist that was releasing music during the blog era in the trap category.
So how he's rapping now,
because what
not new to what they're rapping. How they was rapping.
So what some rappers would do, it would be the non-big rappers in the trap era that would rap like him, but they would usually like have some weak feature that no one would talk about.
You got to give me like an example.
Okay, I'm gonna start listening to some more trap music again, so I can bring some stuff up.
Give me some examples.
It's horrible.
Yeah, give me some examples, and
because the only person I can think of right now is like a Jay Futuristic, Young LA. But
yeah, I know how Young LA. I know how all them rap. They didn't rap nothing like that.
That's what I'm saying.
He on that beat like no. He's sounding horrible.
Oh, I thought you meant Ian.
I'm talking about Ian. I'm talking about how he's rapping is horrible. He ain't rapping how they had their own little style. Like they had their own little like You know, they had they characteristics. Like Ian just seemed like a copy paste. Oh, I'm rapping on these beats with modernized stuff. Like the modernized sound. That's what I'm saying. He don't sound like them how he's rapping. Saying that's the new thing that's on top of it. It haven't been, these ingredients haven't been together.
The only thing I'll give him that he wasn't doing a trap style blog era sound was on Grand Slam. Because that song is always playing in my goddamn recommended on Spotify. But I feel like he's emulating too much of Yeet in terms of like the actual sound, the sonic of it.
Yeah.
Now, flow-wise, obviously, he's different from Yeet.
Yeah.
But sound-wise, he's literally taking a Yeet sound. It sounded like he went Yeet-type beat on YouTube, and he took that beat and he tried to do something on it. Mm-hmm. But that's the only time I'll say that he does not sound like a blog-era trap artist. Okay. That's the only time I'll say that. Is when he has beats like that, and obviously he's having to come on that song a little bit different compared to the Zaytoven-type stuff. Because Zaytoven's type stuff, it's an easy pocket to go into.
Yeah, but I just don't like. I know people would not care if this kid was black because there's so many.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, it's so many kids that's black.
I think
making this music, making this similar music, and they don't care.
I think what it is, and that's the thing, right? Trap, as a whole, I can say this because I feel like it wasn't. Trap as a whole just wasn't big like that during the blog era. Mm-hmm. As a whole. I'm not saying that there weren't people that weren't big, like the Migos and all that. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying as a whole, as a movement, there's only a few people that people were really jamming like that. Mm-hmm. Like a Future, like a Gucci, like the Migos. I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head at the time. Maybe Young Thug. No, because Young Thug got bigger more when I got out of high school. Mm-hmm. So, for me, what it is I think it's one of those things where it's like, this was out of style back then, but now someone else breaking down in style, and it's a white person doing it. Mm. So that's why I think the biggest offender of that is.
I'm like,
do I care about? I don't like it because to me it just sounds bad. Yeah. Like even if a black person was doing this, I still wouldn't listen to this. Yeah. So I'm not saying, I take offense to it because it's like, Ian, like, dog, what are you doing? Like it's like the Grand Slam song. While I don't think it's his worst song, I don't think it's the worst song that he has in his discography. I'm like, dang, you really just sound like Yeet. Like, you really are biting off of that Yeet style. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that you can't be influenced from other things, but I say turning into your own and do a creative spin on it.
He's young. Look, Yeet don't sound the same. Like, we had this discussion before. Like, everybody borrows from somebody.
And I agree.
He's now coming to his own sound, but it's still not technically original. He still
I think it's a lot more original because of the sauce that he threw on it.
Yeah, even people still say he copied off some other guys. I don't know. I always see that, but it's like, bro, I just feel like people get, I don't know why when skin tone really gets to people.
I think what it is because black people still full of press to this day. Are we? We're not going to get into that conversation. But they do. Yeah. Because they think like, a white person just come in here and just do all this?
Yeah, stop talking. If y'all stop talking about it, if y'all don't
just
care.
Like that lady that got viral.
Yeah, by saying the N-word. Yeah,
it's like, well, I'm like, y'all are idiots. Like, if I really don't like something, I really don't talk about it. Now, I am the villain. I like to argue, but if I don't truly like something, I'm not gonna share it.
Bro, I clicked that video when she said, I was like, oh, whatever. I haven't seen it again. I don't care nothing about it.
Oh, I sadly did.
Yeah,
that was like a big talk when it first.
Yeah, I don't even care about it. I don't care about nobody talking about it. I don't care about none of it. I just don't entertain it. It is what it is. People need to get like me.
No.
I'm just saying.
I like to see I like to have a balance. I like to see the good and the bad.
I do. I follow people I don't care about, and I follow people I like, because I like to hear two sides of the coin.
No, I'll read a Twitter thread, but I'm not going to follow someone I don't.
I follow people I don't like.
Yeah,
I do. Because I like to hear different opinions. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
I guess that's why I read the Twitter threads. Yeah. Because I like to see.
I'm in the comments, but I'm just saying it's just certain things. I'm like, I'm in the comments like, why? Like, why you think this way? And then you break down why, and I'm like, that makes no sense to me. Like, bro, you act like this music, when black people rap and do stuff, we the only ones that can hear it. Bro, other people gonna get influenced. It doesn't, I'm sorry, once you put it out there, other people can like it. Like, look, once you put the N-word out there, some people gonna say it. Like, bro.
Especially if you tell them you can't say it.
Like, come on, bro, and you at a show, and bro, come on. You think they're not gonna say it? You can't just pick them out, bro. That's why you gotta pick your battles, bro. Well, you can't be out here just hitting everybody that say nigga, bro. Cause like you just can't.
You do what Chameleon did.
What?
That's why he stopped cussing. He stopped saying the N-word. Yeah. He said once he kept going to the shows and he did Ryan Dirty and all that type of stuff, and he would see so many white people say the N-word. He'd be like, yo, he's like, I just have to stop.
I just stop it.
He's like, I just stopped cussing in my music, so that way I wouldn't see that being repeated.
Bro, so this is all you have to do. Correct your mistake. We mistakenly done this, and now we want to get mad when people say it.
But also, people got to realize this is reality. People are going to do things that we don't like.
Facts. Facts.
So there's no stopping that.
That's what a lot of black people do. We do things because people didn't like it. We be us, like especially like the ghetto side of people. You do that 'cause like this is me. Like you can't tell me not what to do. Well, look at what they doing. So it is what it is. I don't care. And
I had a similar argument with someone like this the other day on Twitter.
Hey. Let's get into these reviews. Cause I told you we could talk about something upbeat. Sometimes nothing got to be on the docket, bro. We just go. But yeah,
that was my little shot at Ian. Stop being unoriginal.
Oh my god.
All right, though. Let's move on to the music section of the podcast itself. And we got 3 albums. Don Toliver's HARDSTONE Psycho, Lucki's GEMINI, NxWorries, Why LAWD? Which one you want to talk about first, B?
Let's get into that Lucki, because that's one of the ones that's like an easy flow to me. It's nothing really to, it's more of like a conversation of what you feel about Lucki music, because Lucki, huge fan. I love my guy, bro. So this is, like I call it, the Jeep music, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I finally got to play it today. In the Jeep, but I've been playing it in my headphones like 3 times.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? About 3 times. It's nothing that... It's
Lucki.
It's Lucki. That's what I'm saying. This is one of my albums. It's Lucki. I don't really have not much to say. Like, I like the songs I play on, it's more like scattered around. It's not like this random.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a random.
Yeah, it's not a...
But he does have some really...
Yeah, he got some good songs.
Dope songs on here.
And like when I say about a feature, this is a feature. You know what I'm saying? This feature actually wanted to work. Shout out to Ski. Feature actually was like, yo, he said something about Lucki on his Twitter, like, yo, something about little baby goat or whatever. Like, see, that's when that's when he knows that, you know, he worked with the guy, you know.
He didn't get the beat pack.
Feature on Facts. So I like that song.
But then again, we also saw the picture with him in the studio. But we already knew that was
They played music together before too as well.
I think I've maybe heard that.
They's on the Features on what album? Features on one of his albums.
I'm not a big Lucki fan like him. I like him enough, but I'm not a huge fan where I just listen to everything.
And I feel like V's was all over this place, like all over the album for some reason.
I think he was like on 3 songs.
Yeah, but it's like
he was on the outro.
Yeah, he was on the outro. He just said something.
Okay,
cool.
I thought that was just me. I'm like, does Lucki sound like V's or is that?
Yeah, because it's V's. Because them both, like, I think they call themselves a twin, like each other, because they both have like the similar like flows, I guess, and like the nonchalantness. So I don't know. I enjoyed the album. Like it's a Lucki album. It's not much I can really say. Like I love the song. All love. Like I don't trust you niggas. You know why I wouldn't bring my pistol. Like I like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like with Lucki, it didn't like Yachty on there. You know I know him and Yachty collaborated before. Like it's just some of your
like that. I love that song.
Yeah. So it's like some of your familiar people you'll see with Lucki. So. It's a Lucki album, bro. Like, it's not much really I can critique on it. It's some songs I'm like, and some songs I'm like, I'm bummed.
That's why I'll say like his last album, Sex, Money, Drugs. Yeah. I think that's a better project because I feel like it was a bit more concentrated. He didn't have no features. Yeah. You know, yada. I think that album is a bit more concentrated. I think the highest are higher on that. But I think on this album right here, I really enjoyed this album right here. Now, I think that it is bloated.
Yeah,
this is definitely
like 20
bloated.
Plus tracks.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I think there's like, 40, 50 something minutes?
It's like 51 minutes.
Yeah, you can feel it at times, pause. But I get his 2 spins. I really like the song with him, Rilo Rodriguez.
Oh, Rilo Rodriguez and V's. Yeah.
But that other song with Rilo, I'm like, you could have just done one song with them because I like the way they were like, going back and forth.
Before it all
flows.
3,
I was like, all right, it's Rilo, then it's V's, then it's Lucki, then it's Rilo, then V's, then Lucki. I'm like, all right, I kind of like it. Like, this is kind of fun. And so this album, or mixtape, whatever, GEMINI, it has some pretty good hype tracks on here. But then, we got some lulls here and there. And I think that comes to this because with the type of music that Lucki makes, I feel like that project that you really like, I forgot the name of it, the one with where he's driving like on the road or whatever, and it's like all blue. You put on your top 10 projects.
Flawless, not Flawless. Oh my God, Flawless is his freaking Twitter handle.
No, he has a project called
Flawless.
Lucki, I think.
Yeah, I'm bugging.
But it's the project with
Almost There. Almost
like
there.
That project to me, there was like only one skip on there.
Yeah.
But also he didn't have a lot to really like. He didn't have a lot of room for error. This project, because he has so many tracks, he has so much room for error. And
I think. Yeah, you keep going.
But on this project right here, there is some bloat on here. I'm not saying like these are the worst songs I've ever heard from Lucki or anything like that. It's just like, stereotypical. Like, it's pretty like, cut and dry. It's Lucky.
It's
but
Lucky.
like I said, he does have some tracks where I think to me Lucky is like in that Gunna range where it's like you need that solid production to really have that solid sound to bring it out of Lucky.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoyed it. I did like the stuff with him and V's where V's said, I got more homies who got more switches than clean underwear boxes or something like that. It's just like little funny stuff that V says. I'm just like, dog, V's, I love you.
Yeah, V's
like,
is
you
hilarious.
are hilarious. And I think I just really love how Lucky can be on such hype beats, but he's still like I'm just like the way he just goes on these production. I just really enjoy it.
Yeah, and it's so dope. Like I know he's more like on Watch My Back. It's like the album where he's more probably introspective in a way. He's like sad, but he's still Lucky.
You said Watch My Back?
Yeah, Watch My Back. That's probably like my favorite Lucky project. That's like when that came out. Oh my god, I bumped that like crazy because that's when he started like switching up the flow more, and he finally put out a full project on that. But this project, like I said, like standard Lucky stuff, bro. Yeah, you're gonna have some stuff that's like I'm gonna skip that, but you're gonna have that them ones that's like, oh yeah, this is dope right here. This sounds good, and like you said, he's gonna come over there nonchalantly on a heavy bass. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm like, okay, I like that one song CTA to Back.
Yeah,
Big Avell. I'm like Gursky Way. Brazy for real, like there was just Baby Go. Oh, I was like, oh man, like he was going on here. I could have done this like without the features from Rilo Rodriguez and 42 Doug. Besides that though, I'm just like, yeah. And then there was this one song, play that old Lucky stuff.
Yeah, play that old Lucky.
Like, okay,
like Heavy on My Heart. Like I love.
I thought it was hustler music.
No, I'm just saying Heavy on My Heart is a song I like as well. But
yeah,
because he put that on the little EP he put out.
The Two-Face thing.
Yeah. Heavy on My Heart's on that. But that's like the first track on there.
But yeah, for me, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, my favorite artist is coming out with something.
Yeah.
I just want to listen to them on something new. Yeah. That's all it is.
Like Lucky, I'm telling you, Lucky falls in the category where like I will never be overly critical of his because I know what I will
if I get some bad beats.
Yeah.
Like if I get some bad.
I don't
production,
think you get that.
No, he has some really solid production choices, especially from the Almost There, Sex Money Drugs.
Yeah.
I heard Flawless Like Me, which to me kind of got boring and mundane.
Yeah.
But Gemini, because to me that's his weakest project to me. But Gemini was pretty solid overall. Like it wasn't bad, but like I said, there are some on here. But it's not like to where it's like, oh, this is egregious. This offends me. Like it's that bad.
We ain't gonna keep none of that, man.
But yeah, Lucky, Gemini. Honestly, I enjoyed it. Yeah. I do like the cover as well. Yeah. And it's kind of came out of nowhere. We got like a few weeks notice on this. Yeah. So yeah, Lucky, keep doing your thing.
Keep doing your thing. Bro.
Just I'll say next time maybe chop off a few songs. Chop off the songs you're not really sure of.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. But besides that, honestly, like I said, to me, Sex Money Drugs is still to me my favorite project from him. 15 songs, 32 minutes. Not like I said, not much room for error on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lucky, Gemini.
Yes, sir. And the next project we got, we're gonna do we get into that no worries.
All right, we get to this no worries. You might not like my opinion.
No, it's what you. Hey, however you feel, bro.
All right.
Hey, man.
So let's go ahead and talk about No Worries. Why, Lord?
Let's go into you first. I want to hear your thoughts, boy.
So, I went into this album, and I went into this right after the Don Toliver, because I heard the Don Toliver like 1.5 times before this, right? And I'm like, I feel like I'm going to get the same thing I got from the last album. Yeah. Even though it's a different title. So I'm like, maybe there's going to be a bit more, because last one, yes, Lord. Yeah. But player. This one, not as much player. Yeah. But I think that was good because of the actual title itself. Mm-hmm. You're questioning things right now. Mm-hmm. You're unsure. I will say when I first heard this project, like the first 4 or 5 songs, I'm like, this all sounds the same. Like to me, this all. Let me see, because I gotta actually go to it. I hate that when I never hyperlink it in the goddamn chat.
Contradiction. 86 Sentra, 86 Sentra.
Talking about give her the Nissan Sentra or whatever.
Nissan Sentra.
Yeah, everything up to I think Looking. I was just like, I did like Keeper though. Keeper was hard. But whichever one was just the beat, was just like Knowledge's production and no Anderson .Paak. I'm like
Looking.
It might have been that. I was like, okay. Then everything after that, I'm like, this is solid. I really don't have any big critiques on this besides like, I don't know. I just didn't feel as in tune with this album compared to
the first
Yes,
one?
Lord. Yeah. And I'm not saying that this is bad or anything like that. And I see some people, oh yeah, the Sonics on this is amazing. Mm-hmm. You know, album of the year, and you can have that opinion.
Yeah, they keep throwing the album of the year.
Yeah, they throw this like on every single album that comes out. Yeah. I'm just like, dude, shut the f up. Like,
Why Lord is not my album of the year. Not even a contender.
It's a good album. Like it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad or anything like that. But I'm just like, album of the year. I'm like. To me, the Sonics wasn't like crazy enough for me to be like, oh man, that really took me on an adventure or a ride like an Astro World has. Like when I first heard that, I was like, ooh, I'm like, it took me everywhere. This album, it's good. It stays in that same pocket. Anderson .Paak, I know a lot of people say that he's really vulnerable. Mm-hmm. I think he's vulnerable for someone who does surface level things. I don't think he's as vulnerable as like really getting like super, super personal, which I'm not saying I'm looking for like that. Because, I heard the album and I thought that it was good overall. I really like the Charlie Wilson feature on there, even though it was very short-lived, sadly. I like the Earl feature. Anderson .Paak was rapping on here every now and then. I'm like, all right. And then the last track, I feel like the last third of the album just kind of like fizzled out a bit. Like it just, I'm just like, God dang, that went quick. But overall, like I said, the first few tracks, I'm like, dang, this sounds the same. But that Thundercat feature was nice. I was like, and I was thinking to myself, when I heard this song, I'm like, ooh, Thundercat would be perfect on it. Then I heard it, I'm like, yes, sir. But overall, I like the features on this album. Anderson .Paak is good as well. Knowledge, to me, his production ain't bad. I'm not going to say it's mid or anything like that. Yeah. The production is solid. The production is good. I just feel like it was too much in that same pocket to where I'm just like, dang, like I'm not really noticing too much difference. That's his thing. Like I said, I got that from LAWD though, where I feel like the sonics and the production and what Anderson .Paak was, singing about was varied enough for me. Yeah. Like I said, this isn't a bad project. I think I preferred Yes Lord over this. But I would still listen to this again. I just wouldn't buy this on vinyl. How about that? Oh, yeah. I would listen to this again.
Hey, I already got the vinyl. I got it before the album came out. Oh. Mine came in last.
Did you get the cartoony cover?
Yeah, I got the Rounds Like Dimes cover. Oh. I put it on the Instagram.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Go check out the Instagram.
So, what I think about this album, I love it, bro, because it's just the flip side of like being the Yes Lord, being that pimp, being that player, being that guy that's so confident to like being more vulnerable. Like, man, this time, like, hey, man, she caught me cheating. Oh man, now she don't trust me, or like, him talking about losing her, or like a chick cheating on him. Like, I know you was in Greece, getting your cheeks beat. You know what I mean? You're acting like your phone. You know what I mean? It's like with Anderson .Paak, you're gonna get a lot of humor. You're gonna get a lot of character. And with this album, I wouldn't say like, oh man, he was so introspective, so vulnerable. But like, no, this is the character, bro. This is just the character in this breakdown. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, good. Because I thought that this was a character who was playing over these two albums.
This is just a character, bro.
That's what I thought.
And then I feel like on this production, when it comes to Knowledge, yes, this is a more like with Knowledge, he can go all over the place with his samples because he grabs everything. Like he has techno music that he did. Like he samples all type of stuff. And this just his like he has a whole series called Sexual Sealing or whatever. Like he's flipped Sexual Healing. And what he do, he samples those. He samples those, those crooner tunes and different like 90s R&B music, and he put his own little thing to it. So this one gave me that sexual sealing vibes from Knowledge, which I loved. I'm pretty sure he grabbed from that bag of beats he had, because a lot of those are just his beats, you know what I'm saying? So like when you listen to Wild Lord, it's a lot of stuff from some of his beat tapes and just Knowledge just rapped over it. I mean, not Knowledge, Anderson .Paak rapped on it. It's like, you ever heard, the song Mama, doom, we've been waiting, Kendrick Lamar, on To Pimp a Butterfly. I've been waiting for you.
The sample sound. Okay. Yeah,
that's Knowledge. Help me.
Oh yeah. Because I think he has a feature.
And that's an old beat.
Not feature.
I need that sloppy, like a Chevy in quicksand. That's what Kendrick say. But that beat is from like an old Knowledge beat tape. And what was so dope that he got that freaking placement was dope. I was like hype, like Knowledge on this album. But anyways, yeah, bro, I enjoyed it. Like Rightful is, I love the Christopher, what's his name? The London, I forget his name. October London and Snoop Dogg. I love that song. That song was From Here, like Where I Go From Here, and yes, the Keeper with Thundercat. Dope. Like I like this album. Like it's one. Like I said, I love Yes Lord more. Of course, I had more time with it, and I only had a few days with this one. Me and my girl played it. Like she likes it. Like it's cool, bro. Like Anderson .Paak doing this thing. You laugh a little bit. You're like, ooh, this is dope. It's like, to me, it's like. It's just, like I said, it's the other side of the pillow, bro. You know what I mean? It's slower. You know what I'm saying? He getting in his begging bag, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, where this bitch at? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's funny. Like, they be wildin'. So, it's not like, to me, album of the year contender. To me, you're going to have way more variety of, like, you got to, whoa.
Okay.
I was like, what the? Like, when it comes to, like, album of the year, you got to put me on a roller coaster in some way. Production-wise, content-wise.
See, that's what I was saying.
You gotta move me around. But this one is just, you got the character of like him in the other side of like when a player gets his heart broken, or like when he get caught cheating, or when the same thing he do to a woman happen to him. You know what I'm saying? It's just the other side. To me, it's not album of the year contender, but it is a good album. It could be this is like in my top 10 honorable mention, number 12. I just couldn't sneak it in. You know what I mean? One of those. But I enjoyed this album for what it was, and like I love Anderson .Paak. Like Malibu is like one of my favorite albums from him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
To me, it's my number one.
Yeah. Enjoyed dope.
Yeah, Malibu was really good. I heard that. I don't know when I heard that. That was like years ago.
Yeah, I remember
we even did our podcast.
Yeah, I listened to it when it came out. Like, bro, I've been a fan since Breedlove. I've been a fan since he wasn't Anderson .Paak.
Nerd.
Hey, bro, I'm a Dumbfounded fan and all them, so that's how I got hooked up on him. Like
that's when they was doing videos on the ceiling.
Yeah,
I mean on the roof.
Yeah, bro, come on, bro. I've been in tuned. I've been in the game, bro.
As he says, he's already tapped in.
Bro, tell me why one of my homies like showed me a song from my work with, and I was like, bro, I looked her up, I'm like, I'm already following her, bro. Like, I'm already tapped in. I already like a song. I'm like, bro, I'm a beast, bro. Like, my mind just, I'm telling you, bro, I run across things all the time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I think about the LAWD album. So
do you think this is worth a buy on vinyl, B?
I already got it. So yeah, it's worth. You know what I'm saying? It's worth the buy, man.
Look, you say I already got it like you bought it after the album came out. Nick, bro, you pre-ordered that.
Yeah, but I knew I was going to get I knew I was going to get something good to great. Like, I knew I was going to enjoy it. Like, this is my bag. I love these two guys together, and I can't wait for the next thing they do. I don't know what the direction they're going to take with the next one, but I'm excited. It might be some years down the line, but I'm in there, B. I'm a fan. I sold it, but I had like all type of EPs. I had they singles with the little face of them. But you ever see the picture disc they have with like both of their bodies? Like I had that. Dang, I should keep that. You can get it back though. It ain't too expensive, but it was fire. It has like a little Anderson .Paak, a little knowledge in the back. You flip it, play the single from the. Oh man. Hey.
But it's worth the buy on vinyl.
Yeah, but bro. Hey, I sold a lot of things because I was going through hard times. Some stuff have to go. I'm actually selling the album now. I thought I wasn't going to sell an album, but I'm like, I don't even play this. I don't need it. If somebody want it, they can take it. But yeah.
I feel that. But yeah. Anderson .Paak and Knowledge. No worries. Why, LAWD?
I like it, man. I love it.
It's a cool album.
Yeah.
Definitely not my bag. I think I like Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
A bit more.
Where you think I got the game from? Hey, bro, why? Hey, Yes, Lord, that would be going off. And you wouldn't think about sleeping.
Toliver. No. I know we're not doing that today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we are.
We're not doing
We're going there.
We're not doing that today.
We're going there.
Let's go ahead and talk about Don Toliver's HARDSTONE Psycho. Now, going into this album, I was so hyped. From the singles he released from Bandit to Deep in the Water to Attitude, I'm like, where the F are we going with this album, Don Toliver? Like I said, I didn't really like Lovesick back then. I even heard the deluxe. Still didn't like it. I need to re-listen to it now because I heard it when it first came out and when the deluxe first came out. But besides that, I didn't like Lovesick. So to hear this album right here, and I heard this before people were making the claims of, is this Don Toliver's Astro World? And some people were even saying it's been enough time already. And it said, this album, HARDSTONE Psycho, is greater than Astro World. I'm like, all right, guys, relax. Like, chill out. Twitter, you see what I be talking about, me? I wish I need to start screenshotting and just start sending you stuff.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, but
see it.
Going into this project, I am a Don Toliver fan. I've enjoyed all of his albums except for maybe Loves. Yeah, I've enjoyed all his albums except for Lovesick. And HARDSTONE Psycho to me was an album that I really like this album. But I don't think I like it for the reasons I should like it.
Yeah.
And my main thing on this album is that I feel like Don Toliver kind of loses his identity on this album. And what I say by that means, and I get it, like Don Toliver sounds like Travis Scott. But on this album, he literally sounds like he's trying to emulate Travis Scott. Besides the
his vocal tones is different. He has a lighter voice and stuff like that. But production-wise, songwriting, structure,
Yeah, this felt like a throwaway version of a good album that Travis Scott had. But I feel like Travis Scott, this is like Travis Scott dialed down. Like to normal civilian level.
Yeah, this is like Great Value. Travis Scott?
No, Target. It's Target.
It's Good and Gathers?
Yeah, it's Good and Gathered. Calm down, B. But, when the intro track came on, I'm like, all right. Then he had the beat switch. I'm like, okay, this gives me Stargazing vibes. I'm like, okay, we had the beat switch at the beginning of the album in the intro track. Then we got HARDSTONE Psycho, which then I'm just like, and this is after I started looking at the Astro World comparison. And I'm like, all right, we got HARDSTONE Psycho, which is a song that features another rapper. I'm like, all right, just like Frank Ocean. And then we have
Kodak Black drink.
yeah, my bad, because Tore Up was the second track. Kodak Black was the third track, and the fourth track on that I think was Bandit, I think. And to me, Bandit was like the weakest of the songs on here. I don't know. Did you listen to this on Spotify, right?
Yeah.
Did you see how it was divided up in like four sections?
Yeah, the 4 sections.
To me, it looked like I was listening to a vinyl. So I didn't like the way it played because I have my music to where it does a little crossover fade thing.
and it fades away.
Yeah, and so whenever there's a different disc, and I hate that Spotify does this when I'm listening to an album. If it's a different disc, it starts fading into the next song. I'm like, no. Play out this song, then play out the next song. Because if the album wanted to do that, he would have done that in the mixing. So, yeah, and so I felt like this album was sectioned up like a vinyl record or 2 LP vinyl record. And I just felt like I didn't get like what Don Toliver usually gives me. He didn't really give me the Don Toliver R&B vibes on this album to me. He gave me broke down Travis vibes. Great production broke down Travis vibes though. Like I don't want to say the production was whack on the air, but I don't know. It's just like some of the songs just felt all over the place. And I liked the journey that I kind of went through, and I liked the vibe and aesthetic he went for the whole motorcycle gang thing, even though I feel like it wasn't throughout the whole album. It was through certain sections. Wait.
No, I'm just saying, keep talking.
Because at the beginning when that, I'm like, hold up, I had a motorcycle and I had the little Harley?
Let's ride, boys.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking in my head. I'm like, let's ride. Had the motorcycle on it, the motorcycle patches and all that. I like the singles, except for Bandit. Bandit is cool, especially in the context of the album. I like the song with Kodak Black. Did you see the music video where he was in Houston?
Yeah, I saw.
Why it look like you don't like this album?
Hey, just keep going, bro.
I like the features. Travis Scott did have a Houston reference on here with the Ice Age and the Mike Jones thing. I'm like,
he had you had 2 songs on there with him, man.
Yeah, I like the song with Tizo Touchdown on there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about any of the other features, but none of them are standing out. I think Sheck West makes an appearance here with an ad-lib or two. But besides that, I mean, obviously Cash Cobain and Charlie Wilson.
That song was bad.
No, that song is fire. You don't like the Slizzy B?
Bro.
B, you don't like the Slizzy? I'm over here.
No.
I'm over here getting it.
For sure. Nah.
What are your thoughts on this album?
I don't like this album. You can tell from my vibe.
I already knew it.
I played it like 3 times. I'm like, I don't get it.
You don't get like the hype for Don Toliver, or you don't get
I don't
this
get
album?
the hype for this album. It sounds like a broke down Astro World. This is the festival that got shut down. Like, it did nothing for me. Like, production wise, I don't know. This don't appeal to me no more. Like, even with the last Travis album, the production don't affect me. I don't care about this sound. You try to be all melodic here and just rapping like it means nothing. Your lyrics suck. Last laugh was laugh. I heard somebody say the best song on here was the Kodak Black song. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. Cause I'm like, this the best song on here? This is gonna be bad. I'm like, this song is like goo goo gaga. Come on, bro, get out of here, Kodak. Like, nah, this album's not for me. And whoever like it, good for you.
I like it.
Y'all can do y'all thing. I will not play this again. I'm cool off Don Toliver. I'm straight on Donnie, whatever. I heard that back in 2018. I ain't played that in a year, so I'm good. So I liked him on the freaking K-Tronica album.
K-Tronada.
I said K-Tronica. K-Tronada album. But I don't know, this album for me, bro, like,
I like it.
Some of the sounds like okay, but I'm like, this is a good 4 out of 10.
I like it. I just feel like it wasn't as... I felt like he tried to go for a grander sound on this album. Damn. So I get where he was going for. I don't think he hit the nail on the head like that. I think what it is that it tries to emulate a good amount of Astroworld, but it doesn't hit any of the highs. It doesn't hit the cohesiveness of Astroworld. There's a lot of problems that you can find on this project. I still like it, though, because for me, it's just like I put it on. I ain't got to think too much when I listen to this album. Don Toliver, for me, he brings the vibes. But except on this one, he didn't bring the R&B vibes, which I was kind of missing at. Now, Deep in the Water, that is fire. That brings the R&B vibes. But besides that, I'm like, dang. I was kind of hoping that you kind of differentiate yourself a bit more, because when it comes to Travis's artists, they all sound like him. Don Toliver, Sofago, and we see what happened to Sofago. Oh, that career is... I feel sad for Sofago at points. But
Jeez.
Don Toliver, it's So Fago, I think, has a feature on this.
I
Right?
never liked So Fago.
I like
even when his buzz, I like, yo, this guy y'all like?
I like him, but it's not like I'm a fanatic of him. You get what I'm saying? And to me, Don Toliver, and I've always thought like Don Toliver sounds like a baby Travis Scott. But I'm like, oh, he's more R&B version. But this album, he just went to a Travis Scott bag, and I'm like, but I already got this though. I'm like,
You didn't get it from him.
I didn't want this from him. I want the R&B vibes, Life of a Don vibes. Give me Life of a Don too. In fact, don't do that because you mess up Life of a Don 1. Don't do that. You'll retrospectively hurt that album. But overall, with this album, even though I don't feel like it was at the heights of an album that he wanted to, especially sonically and the whole vibe and aesthetic that he's going for, I still enjoyed it. I still really liked it. I had a fun time with this album. Now, there's not a lot of songs where I'm like, I'm gonna go back to that one. I'm gonna go back to that one. I'm gonna go back to that one. I'm definitely gonna still go to the hits because I love that attitude.
I don't even think I like the songs on here.
I like the attitude. I loved attitude. I loved, like I said, Deep in the Water. The songs with Travis, I don't know what it is. Like every time Travis and Don Toliver get together, I'm just like,
Yeah, I didn't even like it. I like a song.
Dang, you ain't like no single song.
Not even a song with him and Tizo. I ain't like nothing, bro.
B.
And when something catch my eye, I click. Like, oh, I like this. Nothing.
So you listen to headphones or in the whip?
Headphones, a little bit in the whip, but mostly headphones twice. This did nothing for me, bro.
Dang.
I'm sorry, Donnie, but
I really enjoyed this album. I really want you to hear Life of a Don.
I'll play it.
I want you to at least hear up to Swinging on West Einer.
Yeah.
Up to that, you could turn it off.
Yeah, but this
Even
right
though that
here,
album's
man.
good.
Probably in 2018 I like this, but me now, this doesn't resonate with me.
So do you feel like he tried to go for a sound back then that's just not
Yeah,
played
this is
out,
not-
but it's just
yeah.
it feels too young?
I guess so, bro. It's not for me, bro. And especially like the song, the Cash Cobain song, like people like this.
Yes, that song's hard. Charlie Wilson
I
getting
don't
on that
like
Slizzy?
it. It's cool, I guess, but I don't like it.
I
I was like, this does not.
but I
move
love the
me.
whole Slizzy sound though. I like it when it's in parts. I don't like it when it's all together.
Yeah. I'm gonna pass B. This is a no for me, dog.
This is gonna be a hard recommend because I don't think I'd recommend Don Toliver to a lot of people. But if you don't like how Travis Scott is overly Travis Scott, then I'd recommend a Don Toliver. But that means you like a scaled back, more vibey version of Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird to say, but if you listen to Don Toliver and Travis Scott, you'll kind of get where I'm going at with that. But yeah, overall, I like this album. I don't think it's his best work. Like I said earlier in the podcast, I think Life of a Don is still his best project. But HARDSTONE Psycho to me, like I said, I like the vibe. I like the whole rollout that he had with the album.
Rollout. He had a rollout?
I mean, with the whole Fortnite thing and him with the motorcycle and the singles.
Fortnite.
Yeah, he has a whole section on the Fortnite map where there's a whole bunch of motorcycles.
Bro. Fortnite, he took the forward. Fortnite not even that no more, bro. He chilling, bro. He yeah, I'm good. So next thing on the docket.
Wow.
I don't even want to say. I don't even have nothing to say about this album, bro. It was just like disappointing. That's what I can say.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah.
Wait, disappointing. So, did you have a high expectation for it?
No, I'm saying it was disappointing just to listen. Like, I'm disappointed now, man. Like, this made me madder. So, nothing on here I liked. It's just not for me, bro.
That saddens me.
I know.
Let's go ahead and move off from the topic of music because this man he just likes to hurt my soul.
Sometimes I like to suck the energy out of stuff, especially Don Toliver.
Whoa.
Come on, bro. Not like that.
Whoa. You can't say that. You can't say what you just said and say, not like that, bro.
Not like that, bro.
But we have no discussion topics, but I do have a hot take.
We kind of did have a discussion, though, already. Kind of with the end.
Oh,
With the
yeah.
discussion.
But I got a hot take for you, B.
Come on, man. Lay it on me.
Pause. So this weekend, right? I was like, all right. I heard my albums. I heard the Common song, the Daydreaming single. Y'all gotta go listen to that if y'all haven't already. And I was like, I want to listen to this the sample because me. I'm like, okay, let me get the sample because I'm trying to create this playlist where I just have
Like the samples in the next. Okay.
that, but also like I have 3 R&B playlists: new era R&B, contemporary R&B, then old school R&B, like stuff before the '90s.
I used to have a Tumblr where I used to break down like samples and stuff. I used to be a nerd in hip hop.
Yeah, we know.
Wilding.
Yeah, we know. But I was listening to some older samples, and I was listening to some today earlier before we did the podcast. I'm just like, man, these songs are jamming. These are such classics. But then when you start to think about like the songs that are bigger than these songs that sampled them, I'm like, them samples weren't really that good.
Yeah.
Sampling back then in the 80s/90s Was it really good? Now, do I expect it to be at the level that it is now? No. But literally all they did was literally get that beat and just add some drums to it. That's all they did. They even still used the vocals from the people singing on the original song.
It was technically harder. Because of technology.
The technology? Well, yeah. But I'm saying the process that they went about it, though.
B, what else we could do is limited. Like, bro, why are you criticizing something where they did?
Because I'm just like,
it's like being like, bro, back in the day, all y'all could do is, that's how y'all made fire? Y'all rubbed rocks together? Y'all didn't have a lighter? Come on, bro. Technology was different.
They had computers back then.
No, but it was a different, a computer you could just get. Bro, it was different back then, B.
You telling me producers back then like that didn't have no money?
Bro, but you didn't sample from a computer then. You had your machine.
Shoot, they should have figured it out sooner.
Nah, bro, it's totally different back then.
Man, because
I can't compare that, bro. It's so
bad.
I started like, yo, this is evil. I'm like, this was evil. I'm like, bro, the quality, the content, the technology was so like it's certain things you couldn't do, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Like a lot of stuff they actually created, they was doing that made machines start doing it because what they was doing.
That's why I said some of the bigger songs, like a song like Juicy, like some of the samples that you would hear on other songs, like on a Wu-Tang Clan album. Yeah, those samples was pretty good.
Yeah, but that's when like Juicy and all around that time is when technology. 94 it was different. But if you talking about the 80s, bro, them dudes was limited. Like I actually watched
late 80s, 90s, but that's why I'm mixing it together in terms of like even the stuff that was being sampled that was cleverly sampled versus the stuff that was just a blatant. Oh, let me take that. I
can't think of the name of that machine that came out with the
SP 500. No,
it's the SP something. It's one of them, but they actually they live by, bro. They're like, yo, this machine changed everything. But because I watch a lot of I listen to a lot of podcasts about. When people talk about, older artists and what they was doing, how they was doing it back then. So it's like really dope. Like what they did, even though I know it don't sound the best, but it's like, bro, what they was doing, it was really creative. You know what I'm saying? Cause come on, man, cut him some slack. This dude hot taking, bro.
I'm not taking that. Oh, let me get the beat and just add some drums to it. That's it? That's all you had to do to make the song? That's crazy.
So how could you do it now? Do you know how to sample now?
Yeah.
How?
Shoot, I'm going to just go into AI. I'm going to try GPT.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Apple Intelligence.
Oh, my God.
Sample Juicy, but better.
Oh, my God. This dude don't even know how to sample and you calling them, bro.
Hey, I could critique music. I don't know how to make music better than them, though.
Oh, my God.
What logic is that?
No, that ain't. I'm pretty sure I can make better music than some people. I actually made music.
Yeah, made. How long ago was that?
It was years ago, but I still got stuff out there on my SoundCloud. My little when I tucked up with all my beats on it. But come on, bro, I still do things. Now I don't do it no more. But come on, bro. I'm just saying I could make music too, and
I'm talking about songs and all that, not just production.
I never rapped on anything like on wax, but I rapped before. I'm pretty good at rapping. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like y'all guys.
Ooh,
hey, I was like, I am not getting the move with you boys, man.
Ooh, yeah, because that
y'all went on my level, boy. Y'all was not. No way. Hey, bro, I was a lyrical miracle individual. You know what I'm saying?
That's the only line he knew. Stop it.
Nah, bro, for real.
Stop it.
Nah, bro. Nah, but I wouldn't critique them so heavy, B. Like, you can't be hard on the samples, bro. You gotta
I can when there was great samples back then, too.
Nah, bro, after we get off the camera, I can just show you some old beats. And like, this is what they did, B. Is this?
B. If I give you that Izzy Brothers, no. I'm talking about literally when they took the exact song and just rapped on it.
I know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. Because there was some clever sampling back then. They was letting people get away with that back then.
Yeah. But then once the whole, like, when music...
I guess my thing is this, right? I want to see the reception of how people was when they heard these funk songs, these huge funk songs, or R&B songs, get sampled, get turned into something different. Like, what was the masses like? Especially the people who were, like, huge fans of, like, that music.
What do you mean, like, how they did the hip-hop parties? Like, when they... Like they used to do with the break beat? They'll take the break beat and just loop it.
So, what's the song? She's alright. She's a freak. Super Freaky.
Yeah, Super Freak.
MC Hammer Can't Touch This. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a bad example because everybody loved that. Izzy Brothers Between the Sheets and Ice Cube Today Was a Good Day.
Yeah.
Like, it's like one of those things where it's like, did they feel disrespected back then? Like the people
Some people didn't like it. Like in the 80s, they didn't like the sampling because how they sampled in, they they did the break beat. They take the break beat out of there and then they rap on it. But what you'll do with like a song like that is like that's somebody that Ice Cube like went to like, yo, let me take this.
I'm talking about the masses, like the people outside of music, like the fans, like the listeners.
Yeah, they like the song. Today Was Good Day is huge.
No, I know that, but I'm saying the initial reaction of it back then.
They
like
loved it.
just taking like the song, not really changing the beat much, but just rapping on it.
But it's a hip hop. It's a different version. It's a hip hop version of it.
Yeah.
You did your own story. It's a hip hop version of Between the Sheets.
Well, I'm not speaking about that song specifically, but I'm saying in general, like songs like that.
I don't think nobody really had I feel like the people that had criticism of it was the older people. They didn't like that you was taking and sampling their songs and switching it up. But the younger crowd was like, oh yeah, Doom.
No. People that were fans, like huge fans, that were like, say you were like a diehard fan of like the funk or R&B or soul type music back then. Do you hear it on hip hop?
Yeah.
Because hip hop was like the underdog back then, correct?
Yeah. But I'm saying them guys, I'm telling you that my auntie them, I remember asking her, I was like, yo, she loves hip hop now, but she said she used to hate it because it took all the songs she grew up with and they did all this stuff. They ruined it to her. And that's what they didn't like it. They new kids, it was something new. They liked it.
Well, yeah.
So I'm trying to see what you're trying to say.
No, that's perfect.
Oh, I've been saying this though, B.
No, but I said masses though because everybody it's not just young or old. There's got to be a middle ground. There's got to be an older ground and a younger ground.
But older and younger, like the older people are also gonna hate anything the young people do. It's just
not all the time.
Most old people hate
You hate everything people do? I mean, young people do?
Not me, but I'm saying most of us. Most of like, ew, that's trash. I'm saying you're going to hear most of the young people like, yo, that hip-hop is trash. Most of the older people will be like, that's trash. Most of the young people like, yo, that's cheeks. La-di-da-di. You one of those people too.
Correct. I'm in the middle though.
Yeah.
I'm completely in the middle. I'm open to the old stuff. I'm open to the new stuff. I'm open to the now stuff. I'm always in the middle, man.
Whatever.
Don't hate, B. Don't hate. And we got one more topic, and we got a new section of the pod, Twitter takes, where sometimes I get some takes from Twitter, so that way this guy can see it. We can conversate about it, even though this isn't really a crazy take. Okay. 10 of the greatest debut projects in hip-hop, I'm assuming. Shout out to @Enter the Dome. Number 1, it says 10 other greatest debut. Okay. Number 1 is Dr. Dre's The Chronic. 2 is Nas Illmatic. 3 is Eric B. and Rakim, Paid in Full. 4 is Big, Ready to Die. 5 is Snoop, Doggy Style. 6 is Slick Rick, The Great Adventures. 7 is Outkast, Southern Player. 8 is Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted. 9 is Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. And 10 is Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt.
Hey, what's the play?
Top 10 greatest debuts of all time in hip-hop, B?
Did they say that is the greatest? Or
yeah, because they had it ordered. 10 of the greatest, but then they had it ordered.
They said 10 of the greatest.
Yeah, but then they have it ordered.
Yeah, but it's 10 of the greatest.
B.
Ordered. That's their greatest. I'm not mad at the list. But I'm saying they said of, so I'm pretty sure it's more you could throw in there.
Yeah, like a Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah. I'm just saying, but he said of. When you put that in there, that means, oh, this 10
But also a lot of people don't really have great, Yeah. They're not intentional with their words. It's like, I got to be super specific to make sure people know.
Him saying of made me think, like, yo, this 10 of the greatest.
Yeah, but then you ordered it, though.
10 of the greatest? Well, I can't order them. I'm giving you 10.
Because to me, yeah, but if you're just giving me 10 just to give me 10, and it's not no order, then just say...
But I'm not even mad at the order.
So you wouldn't put no album in there? You wouldn't switch anything up?
That's his list. I don't know, bro. With lists, it's different when you say, these are the best 10.
Take him out. What if he said the greatest? Boom.
Oh, then I'll switch some stuff around.
What would you be switching around?
Like, I'll put probably Nas number 1. And I'll put, like, Dr. Dre, like, lower because I know Dr. Dre from, like, NWA and all this stuff. And Ice Cube, I'll probably move off.
Wait, what does that mean? You know him from
NWA because, like, when I think of debut, I'm thinking of, like, you as the artist. Because Doggy Style and freaking Doc and The Chronic are, like, the same album. It's just, Doggy Style Point 2. Like, I'll probably remove them off the list of my list and probably add, like, some more. Like, I'll probably...
You'd remove The Chronic and Doggy Style?
Yeah, I'll probably remove them and put something else on there.
What else would you put on there?
Just going off the whim. For me, I put, like, Man on the Moon on there. Over that.
And see, this is the hard part about this because it says 10 of the greatest. And if I'm taking this as these are the best, dang, we only had great albums in the 90s that were debuts.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. I'm adding probably some new.
Yeah, like where's the college dropout?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I probably put college dropout. You know what I mean?
Where's
like,
get rich or die trying?
You know, so
I'm looking for that.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would probably remove like Ice Cube. I might remove Slick Rick out of my list. Even though I say that's one of the greatest debuts, but it wouldn't be a top 10. Not for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
great debut, but for me, it wouldn't hit my.
That's what I'm saying. When he said he gives me like I'm not gonna trip off it. That's why it's hard for me. With words get me like what you say with words. So it's like if he was like, yo, it's 10 greatest, then I'd probably have a little more energy on that. But it's not a bad list. You think it's a bad list?
I don't think it's a bad list, but I do think that
it need to be more variety with eras.
Yeah, because this to me kind of reminds me of that conversation that Tyler had on what B-Dot, the Rap Radar podcast, where it was like, people always like tell me like, oh, 10 of the greatest, and they just go to like the 90s stuff.
I mean 90s.
Yeah, they just say, yeah, this is the best right here. So it's like, all right, but what are your favorite though?
Yeah.
Like, so it's one of those things where it's like, you're not really speaking.
Is that an older guy? Yeah, he's older. Oh. Yeah, that's an older man. So that's his favorite. So like, that's why I'm thinking like when he said so like us, I would listen to be a little different. We're gonna have like Kanye, I'm gonna have Cudi. Man on the Moon is like.
But do you think it's harder for us to acknowledge that there's a great debut project from artists now, even though we grew up in like the early 2000s to obviously
we probably wouldn't put it in the top 10 for us, but we could acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would be a recent great debut album from a hip hop artist?
How far is recent?
I'm talking 5 to 10 years, like 5 years. Say 5 years.
5 years? What is it, 2024?
Mm-hmm. It's like 2019. Like,
we got to think about the newer artists that are out. Because a lot of the artists that are out now, they kind of been going for a while now. That's what makes the conversation harder. I'd have to really kind of go back to the blog era and go up.
Maybe we should do a little separate video or like a little section in the pod, and we make a list of like what we think was like some good. We could want to do 10 to give us some more wiggle room, or we want to do 7.
No, 10.
10 would be better, and we can be like, what's the top 10 debut albums?
But it's gonna be hard though.
It's gonna be really hard.
We're gonna forget some stuff.
Yeah, I think I can just from what we in 2014 and up. I think we can find something out of there because A$AP Rocky did his debut around that time, right? Or was it 2013?
I think it was 2013.
Okay.
Because 2014, I think Oxymoron came out. Oxymoron, Mac Miller Faces. This one I was getting out of high school. Yeah. Days Before Rodeo came out. Pinata came out that year.
Days Before Rodeo was one of them. I think
it's not.
It's his debut album.
No, it's not. Rodeo was his debut album.
Rodeo. So Rodeo could be.
But Al Farrow is his debut mixtape.
Yeah. But I'm saying we can do Rodeo.
Rodeo could be one.
That's 2015, right?
Obviously Kendrick Lamar.
That's 2012. And what's called is 20? No, that's 2011. And then Good Kid, Mad City is 2012. So we're doing 10 years. It wouldn't be a part of it. So from 2014 to 2022.
I'm looking back like I got vinyls on the shelf. God dang, that list is hard.
Yeah, we can do it.
But obviously, there's some easy picks from the early 2000s, like the College Dropout.
Yeah, bro, we can. That's easy. But I'm talking about if we could make it more modern and see if like, do we have great debuts now? Mm-hmm. Like, why is it always the 90s? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's the conversation we can have.
But also, another conversation I wanted to stem from this is that, do you think because so many great things came out in the 90s, people only revere that as one of the greatest eras of hip-hop because it's so early, so it was so new and it was in its infancy that it had a whole bunch of room to be creative and to introduce newer things than now?
Yeah, I think because it totally changed because you had people coming from different regions as well. So I think that's one of those, that's like an era that, it's like the 20, it's like the 20, like 09, 2010 era pretty much, because like you had these new faces and you had a guy coming from Canada that took the industry by storm. So I feel around that time in the late 80s, early 90s is
guy from Canada.
Somebody Drake.
Oh, yeah. That's why you say the 90s and stuff. I'm like,
no. I'm talking about it's relevant to me. It's similar to the old, 08, 09, 10 around that era, like the big blog era, like how impactful that was to hip hop. I feel like in the 90s. Late 80s, early 90s was so impactful because you had people, you had the West Coast get involved, the South, and, hip hop in New York was just crazy. And then you had Chicago, you had Detroit, you had all these people actually contributing to the culture at the time. So that's why you got a lot of people go back to the 90s because bro, some of the greatest albums, hip hop albums came out in the 90s, bro. It's just, you gotta admit it.
Oh no, I agree.
I'm just saying, it just is what it is, man.
Yeah, I think my favorite era, when you put it like that, is the blog era, because I feel like there was a resurgence of that feeling with the blog era, with so many fresh new faces and artists that weren't just reigning from all the way from back in the early 2000s up until
Midwest,
now.
They was from here.
I mean, it was from everywhere because it was the internet. Yeah, and then plus it was easier to put music out. Not saying it was the easiest time,
but it was easier.
But it was easier. People, you didn't have to go through a label to put out a project. You just internet. Here you go, download it. You don't have to pay for it. And then that was the best part about music too. That too. This is the best part. You didn't have to pay for it. You just got stuff for free. Yeah. Like, that's a crazy concept to think about in retrospect. Like, I got a whole album for free. Yeah. Like, and you doing this like every year? You sometimes put out 2 albums a year? Quote unquote.
You might have to do a versus B, like Golden Era versus Blog Era.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
That would be tough.
The collide.
That would be tough.
That would be tough. But yeah, man,
that's all I have for today's docket. You got anything else?
I got nothing else, B.
Oh man! Also, VMP, y'all some suckers for doing that. Was it whatever year of hip hop for? Whatever year of Def Jam for putting that bundle together with the Vince Staples Big Fish and the Scarface to fix. Man, put that separately so I can get that fixed, man.
Dang. Oh, you got. Oh yeah, you sent. Did you send it to me? I saw it somewhere.
No, it was on Twitter.
Yeah, I think I saw.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, it's in the bundle package. I just want to get the fix on its own.
Yeah.
F the bundle. I don't give a F about that Big Fish theory. Yeah. Give me the goddamn Scarface album. I'm repping the South, baby.
Hey, bro. Hey, Vince Staples from the South, too. His people come from the South. So.
All of our people come from the South at that point. Then stop it.
Hey, bro. That's why they like, I saw a post that was like, yo, spaghetti and catfish is a Chicago thing. I'm like, bro, it's like, you know they come from the South, bro. Like,
see, I thought that, too, because I'm like, I've never had that.
Yeah, my girl, her people, Alabama. Like,
yeah, I think it's like the other side of the South. Yeah. Like, I think the more eastern side of the South.
I saw some people in Texas saying they do it too, but I never done it.
Yeah, I never seen it as
I'm just saying, like, a lot of people come from the South, and that's
we bring our delicacies up there and all that. And y'all kind of claiming as your own. It's all right.
I was like, bro, where your grandma come from? Where your grandma people from? They from Louisiana, some from Texas, and they from Mississippi, they from Alabama, they from Georgia, you know what I'm saying? They from Arkansas, they from South Carolina, North Carolina, they from Virginia. Come on, bro. Where they come from? Deep South. But yeah, man, that's it on the docket, bro. Hey, another amazing episode in my opinion. You got great discussions. You had this guy wilding out and tripping, talking about how much he loves a Don Toliver album. Tripping, bro.
He is wild right now. Wild. He making it sound like Don Toliver just make the worst music. Boy, don't listen to 2 projects talk about Don Toliver.
I don't know. Donnie Hathaway was way better than this.
Donnie Hathaway, disrespectful. Donnie Womack, the GOAT. Pressure make diamonds.
Pressure make diamonds.
Rolling on my wrist, perfect time.
Go. Hey, that was heat, bro.
So was his other project.
I don't know what happened to Donnie.
Heaven or Hell is heat. Life of a Don is heat.
Bro struck on that one.
Lightning in the Bottle.
Man, he struck it.
Stop it. Life of a Don. Even though that album had no hits on it, still a great album.
Do he got that on Spotify?
What? Donnie Womack? Yeah, that's how we all listen to it.
Is it?
Because remember, it was on After Astro where we went to his thing.
It was on there?
Yeah.
I thought it was on SoundCloud.
No. Yeah. I never downloaded SoundCloud.
Yeah, I was a SoundCloud guy.
I was a SoundCloud guy.
Listen to it on SoundCloud.
I was a SoundCloud guy on my computer.
Yeah, I was SoundCloud.
But not on my phone.
Hey, I was.
Because I had ads and all that.
Nah, I didn't have ads when I used to. And, that's why I had it. It used to have ads. When they would go out.
But I didn't like the interface of it either.
Yeah.
The interface was
Rolling on the wrist, perfect time.
But yeah, that's about it. For this episode of the podcast. Jesus, my throat is killing me right now. Pause.
Gaga. Best song on the project.
You see how disrespectful he is? Man, tune into the next episode. We also have a bonus episode coming out this week. I believe it's Drake's discography we're talking about.
Goo Goo Gaga. Hey, yo. We did that one like earlier this year, right?
Yeah. They could tell. I have an afro.
Yeah, the afro. Yeah, bro. But yeah, bro. Hey, man. I'm ready to see what's coming out next year. I mean, next week.
Dang, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to do some.
There's just way too much stuff coming out.
I think I might throw you out a little underground hip hop album we can review or something coming out.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm down.
You down?
As long as it's listenable.
course.
Back homie. God dang, is he rapping or is he just making a beat?
Hater, bro. Your ears not ready yet.
Obviously, that's how the engineer's ears wasn't ready either. Hey, Arthur, headphones on the side of his head, ears up here.
Hater.
I'm just saying.
Why you hating? Hey guys.
Oh man.
And we're gonna wrap it up here because this guy's been a hater over here.
Oh,
bro.
but Don Toliver was a 4 out of 10. You see how crazy that
I give it a 4. That was too generous.
See?
Well, how you spell?
But if I would have gave Mac Homie a 4, he would have been
zero
crazy.
in 0. Nah, I give it a 4.
You see this Negro right here? That's all you are. I want you to know that.
Hey,
all right,
Donnie, you didn't do it for me.
God, you just don't have good taste at times.
Nah, my taste is amazing.
No, but make sure y'all tune into the next episode of the podcast. We do have a bonus episode coming out this weekend, so make sure y'all stay tuned to that. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube if y'all haven't already, because we know that a lot of you guys aren't going to probably be able to watch the whole podcast. But that's all right, because we got it clipped up on the channel.
And we close to 500, bro. Y'all teasing us, bro. We stayed at like, you know, little tease, bro. They showing us a little nip action. You know what I'm saying? We trying to go to second base. Hit us on that 500. You know what I'm saying?
See, he was talking about this on the BBC pod.
God,
hey, we almost at 500. So make sure y'all show your boys some love and show us some respect.
Yeah.
Come through to the YouTube, like the videos, and if you can't listen to the YouTube because you get those goddamn stinky ads, which I don't think they should be running ads on those stuff, but I know that YouTube has that older policy. Yeah. But if they are, go to the Spotify. You can watch and listen over there and close your phone if you need to as well. Man. Show support. Go on Apple Podcasts as well. You can listen to it on there. And rate the show 5 stars and give us a comment on those streaming platforms. But if you're on YouTube, like the video or dislike, we don't care. And comment your thoughts on today's episode of the podcast. Man. You got any closing notes before we head out?
Hey, man, my only closing notes like pretty much echoing what you said, B. Hey, subscribe, like, dislike, watch the pod. Come on, bro.
We almost have 500.
I know, bro. We supposed to be in 5-0, man. Y'all bugging.
Facts.
Come on, man. Y'all watch it, man. And you see this one Kendrick guy that's on the comments right now, like going stupid. He left like 3 freaking reviews. I mean, 3 different comments on different videos, bro. Kendrick did this. I'm like,
oh yeah, I gotta go see that. Oh, I can't wait to go see that. I wish we had like some type of like
notification or something.
No, we could, but no, some comment section on the pod where we just react to some people's comments and talk about what clip or video that they're talking about.
Yeah, man. And the more y'all subscribe, the more things we can do. Because once we get a bigger audience, we can, we probably be up and being here more than one time a week. You know what I mean? We might go and do a little more extra once people get more involved. But we know that comes with the hard work. You know what I'm saying? We not worried for that instant gratification. We gonna work hard for it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Hey, I swear after this year end up, I'm gonna be more in tune into this, bro, because I've been doing all this other stuff right now, B. Just trying to prep for this wedding. But hey.
Mary, man.
Hey, man.
Oh, and also happy Father's Day to all the fathers watching this.
Oh yeah, bro.
Or listening.
Hold up, like anybody passed away recently? That enchanted chick from Fort Worth.
Oh yeah, Gucci Mane's artist from an overdose.
Man, I heard this whole.
Gucci Mane, just don't touch nobody else. See, it's hard to say that because it's like you giving these people opportunities, but are you really developing these artists?
You think you got a life insurance policy on them? All right, yeah, that should be it. Hey, yo, we'll see you guys next week.
My name is Chase Dark.
MT.
Peace. Wild man.
I'm just saying, bro.